know what you're expecting to hear right now, the announcement of today's KSVIP. Well, I don't have a name for today, and I need your help. If you know someone who needs to be recognized for being a very special person, call right now, 746-2751. Ask for Tana and schedule a KSVIP. Your special someone will be recognized at this time all day long on their day, and they'll receive a flower courtesy of Lovebud Floral in Artesia. So call today and schedule your KSVIP.
Just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters, but so far they all think I'm too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Really, really white and nerdy. My class there at MIT. Got skills, I'm a champion of D&D. MC Escher, that's my favorite MC.
Well, hey, good morning. Welcome once again to the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Off to an interesting start today, but I think we have everything up to date now. That was, I always like walking in on a Tuesday morning to, reboot this computer, reset this network connection, repush this data, verify that these files are updated. Now what's wrong? So that's kind of what we had today. So anyway, welcome to the program today. This is Tuesday, and it is the 23rd day of the month of November. Get that one right there. And we're, it's kind of like Thursday, even though it's Tuesday, because Thursday is like Saturday. And Friday will be like Sunday, and then we'll have a bonus Saturday and a bonus Sunday and all of that. So some folks are already getting the days off. Others will be getting off tomorrow. Most folks will have Thursday off. And then, of course, we have Black Friday. Woo! And all the stuff that is associated with that. We do have some high school basketball today. The Lady Bulldogs are gonna start their 2021/2022 basketball season today, and girls will play today. They'll play Friday afternoon. Of course, we've got the state championship football game on Saturday, and then the boys basketball season gets started next week with the City of Champions Basketball Classic. Can you believe that? We're already, we're talking about the City of Champions Classic tournament, and it's just amazing what all is how fast everything is rolling through. Do we have any guests today? We've got the Artesia Chamber Chat coming up in the 8 o'clock hour today. We're probably going to play one of the FFA podcasts if we can find one that we haven't played. We might do that this hour. So yeah, that's what we've got. That's what we've got on the schedule for today here in the City of Champions. So let's see if there's anything else going on. Looks like my email is working and all that other good stuff. So that's good to hear. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. What kind of weather are we going to have out there, Steve-O? I think this is new weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s and plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a few clouds drifting through with our low in the mid 40s as a cold front arrives. We'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then Thanksgiving Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, isolated showers, and cooler with our high in the mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you very much, Steve. We appreciate that. Let's take a look at our current weather conditions. A little bit on the chilly side out there, 32 degrees with some sunshine. Our Humidity is at 57%. The dew point is 19. Winds are westerly at 4 miles per hour. So you put that all together and we have a wind chill, or a feels like temperature of 29 degrees. Barometric pressure 30.14 and is on the downward trend. Our air quality index is 39, so we have good air quality this morning. Sun will set at 4:52 this afternoon. The sun will rise at 6:36 in the morning. How are things looking around the region? A little warmer down in Carlsbad, sunshine and 35. 32 in Roswell. Hobbs checking in with sunshine and 38. As we look around New Mexico, mostly sunny, 28 in Albuquerque, sunshine and 29 in Santa Fe. Mostly sunny, 38 in Cloudcroft, 47 in Ruidoso, partly cloudy and 40 in Las Cruces. Mostly sunny, 27 in Farmington, sunny and 25 at Red River, 37 at Clovis, 35 over there in Lubbock, Texas. And again, here in Artesia, we've got sunshine, 32 degrees. But as Steve said, we should get into the upper 70s today for a high. Turkey Day will be a little on the chilly side. Partly cloudy, 56 for a high on Turkey Day. And then if you're headed to Los Lunas this weekend for the football game, right now it's sunny and 24 in Los Lunas. On Saturday, it will be sunny and 61. Sunny and 61 on Saturday in Los Lunas if you plan on heading over there for the football game on Saturday. Sunny and 61. Well, that sounds nice. So we're appreciative of that. Okay, so I send these people a boatload of email. They don't reply back, so we're going to hit unsubscribe. Yeah, we're going to get rid of you. We don't need you anymore. Unsubscribe successful. Let's see. You never return my messages. We'll see if anybody actually reads this stuff. You wonder when you unsubscribe to things, do people actually read the comments, or does it just go in a bit bin somewhere where it's just kind of thrown away? So we'll see. We'll see if somebody actually responds to an email. We bought something once. I forget what it was that we bought. I know what it was. It was automated paper towel dispenser. That's what it was. It was an automated paper towel dispenser. And they said, well, how did you hear about our product? And one of the options was radio. Well, I always check radio. It's just I work in the radio business. So if somebody, well, how'd you hear about our product? Well, I put down radio. Not that it is an accurate portrayal of how people are motivated to do something, but, and when anybody asks you, well, how did you hear about it? Well, that's always an interesting question because I may do a commercial on the radio that you hear, and then you tell a friend who you know is looking for whatever it is that I talked about on the radio. Hey, did you know so-and-so's got, I know you're looking for a widget here. Did you know that so-and-so's got a pretty good deal on widgets right now? And so you tell your friend, and then your friend goes to get the widget, and they get at, well, how did you hear about us? And they, well, a friend told me. Well, how'd the friend hear it? Well, the friend heard it from me. But I never get any of the credit for it. But anyway, so you put down, so I put this down on the deal. Next thing I know, I actually get a phone call from the marketing department for this device that we bought. And they said, you put down radio, but we don't do any radio advertising. And I'm like, you read the comments? So we'll see. I just unsubscribed to something and I put some comments in there. And we'll see if anybody actually reads the comments, or would they even know it was me based on I guess they would know it was me based on the email address. So we'll see. We'll see if anybody if anybody responds. Do you do that, though? Do you try to do that? How do you handle your spam email? Do you actually meticulously go through and unsubscribe to everything? Does unsubscribing to everything lets the bots know that that's an active address, and then they sell your address to other people, and so you unsubscribe to one and get subscribed to 50 others, and you just spend the rest of your life unsubscribing to all these things that you never signed up for? I don't know. We'll have to see how it is. Hey, these folks have some good news for you. Let's take a listen.
Holy guacamole! The best guacamole in the Pecos Valley is at La Fonda Restaurant in Artesia. Holy guacamole! Everything is coming in fresh by the truckload. Avocados, green chilies, jalapenos, tomatoes, and onions. The makings of our signature salsa, golden fried chili rellenos, and of course our guacamole. Holy guacamole, what are you waiting for? La Fonda Restaurant, 210 West Main in Artesia, with plenty of parking off Highway 285. Holy guacamole.
Looking for big Black Friday deals? Come to Decor Furniture and Electronics. Decor is all in for Black Friday, offering big discounts in every department. Save on a huge selection of TVs and sound systems, all with Black Friday discounts. Decor has special savings on living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture, recliners, love seats, sectionals, and even Black Friday discounts on a huge selection of mattresses. Be sure to ask about no interest financing till January of 2023. Check them out on Facebook. The Black Friday sale at Decor, 815 West Miramar.
State purpose of visit.
Looks like the old tractor's gonna kick the bucket.
Searching internet for new bucket.
No, I want to check insurance rates.
Right now, get 20% off new bucket with code It's Raining Buckets.
Robots don't know you. We do. For 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has relied on relationships to get you the insurance coverage you need for your farm or ranch. It's your future. Let's protect it.
I'm Brandon Williams, Artesia's local Farm Bureau agent. Call us today, 746-2171.
At PVT, we know that the demands of our network will be greater as people work from home and stay at home. We are ready for this. As always, there are no data caps for any PVT customer, and our priority is keeping you connected. We are still making repairs and installing new service for customers. If you need to reach us, get in touch over the phone at 575-748-1241. Online at pvt.com and through our PVT Connect app.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 1,725 head of cattle sold on Monday on a higher market with excellent buyer attendance compared to last week. Stocker calves sold 2 to 6 higher. Feeder cattle steady to 2 higher. Packer cows and bulls $5 to $10 higher. 3 to 400 pound steers $181 $216. 3 to 400 pound heifers $158 $165. 4 to 500 pound steers $164 $181. 4 to 500 pound heifers $144 to $158. 5 to 600 pound steers $157 $164. 5 to 600 pound heifers $134 $144. 6 700 pound steers $148 $50 $157. 6 700 pound heifers $134 $138. 7 800 pound steers $140 $148 $50. 7 800 pound heifers $118 $134. Packer cows 65 to 85. Canner and cutter cows 50 to 60. Packer bulls 90 to $1. Feeder bulls 80 to 87. Top half the cow-calf pairs $1,000 to $1,360 per pair. Top half the bred cows $900 to $1,185 per head. We do appreciate the business and hope everyone has a safe and happy Thanksgiving. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock Auction.
Hey, welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. I got word yesterday, the NMMI Broncos, they had that big win on Saturday. They beat Tyler Community College, and they are the champions of their district. And they earned a bowl game. And it was kind of funny. I was talking to their SID yesterday, and he says, yeah, we're getting ready to have an official meeting here this afternoon. And then 5 minutes after that, we're going to put out a press release. And I said, okay, well, that's good. And I don't know, did they actually put the press release out? Because they didn't send it to me. And let's see, Broncos claim Well, that now went through the slideshow. Where's the Broncos take down Butler? Well, here it is. Okay. See, Broncos claim the SWJC FC title. Got their 10th win of the season. They beat Tyler Junior College 45-10. And so, yeah, there's supposed to be a press release out. And I don't see it yet, so I don't know if he put it out yet. But they got invited to or they're going to host a bowl game. And so I'll get a hold of Mr. Jeff and see if he can send me that press release, because we need to. Because he told me, but he said, well, it's not official yet. I have to put the press release out. We have to have a conference call. We have to firm up everything, confirm everything, and then I'll put out the press release. So I can't say what I have written down on my notepad here, because I don't know that it's official. So, in any case, they did win the title. They're one of the top 5 teams in the country in the junior college division. And they're going to be playing one more game before they wrap up the season. So, good job to the New Mexico Military Institute Broncos. Let's see. Let's take a look at some menus today. Of course, the schools are off this week for Thanksgiving, so there is no lunch menu for the schools. If you want to know what's for lunch, if you're a kid and you want to know what's for lunch, ask mom or dad. Say, hey, what's for lunch today? Senior meal site today: green chili chicken enchiladas, lettuce, tomatoes, pinto beans, Spanish rice, crackers, and they're even going to throw in some Jell-O with apricots. So it's green chili chicken enchiladas today at the Artesia Senior Meal Site. They will have lunch tomorrow. They will be closed Thursday and Friday for the Thanksgiving holiday. Keep that in mind. At the Artesia Senior Center today, J&J folks will be there for the blood pressure checks. That'll be at 10 o'clock today. Carol likes to call it the mini physical, because they kind of take your blood pressure and your temperature and a couple of other vital statistics, and they put it in the log book, and that way you can kind of track how you're doing. So that's today at 10 o'clock. Also today, the exercise video will be at 8:15. They'll be burning some wood at 9:30. The intermediate line dancers will be dancing intermediately at 9:30. After lunch, they'll throw some cards on the table and play some bridge. The sewing group sews at 1:30. The ceramics group, what do ceramics groups people do? Ceramic at 1:30. Exercise video at 4 o'clock, and then there will be a stained glass class this evening, and that'll be at 6:30 at the Senior Center. Regular schedule of activities tomorrow. The Senior Center will be closed Thursday and Friday for the Thanksgiving Day holiday, and then we'll resume activities on Monday, the 29th. So they're open today, open tomorrow, closed Thursday and Friday. Folks celebrating birthdays today include Vesta Yahtzee, Ida Ornelas, Rosanna Heath, Valerie Mariscal, Rodine Jordan, and Mary Lou Kashur are all celebrating birthdays today on this 23rd day of November. So happy birthday to Mary Lou, Rodine, Valerie, Rosanna, Ida, and Vesta. All celebrating birthdays today. All right, that gets us through with all of that information there. Let's see what else might be happening around town. Eastern New Mexico University Roswell is going to observe Thanksgiving recess tomorrow through Sunday. No classes will be held. All campus offices will be closed. Instruction will resume, and the campus will reopen Monday the 29th. So ENMU in Roswell will be closed tomorrow through Sunday. By Talent has some blood drives coming up tomorrow. They're going to be at their offices in Roswell from 11 to 2:30. Saturday, they're going to be at their offices in Roswell from 11 to 2:30. And then next Tuesday, a week from today, they'll be at the Pioneer Bank in Roswell from 9 to 12:30. If you want to donate blood, either tomorrow, Saturday, or Tuesday, if you're going to be hanging around in Roswell, call or text Stephanie, 575-840-8178. That's how to do that. Thanksgiving dinner is being hosted by the Westside Church of Christ, and that's going to be on Thanksgiving Day, 1 o'clock. Anyone is welcomed. Doesn't say everyone is welcomed. It says anyone is welcomed. It's right there. So if you're going to be alone on Thanksgiving Day and you want to dine out turkey dinner with some friends, your friends for the day, maybe friends forever. Westside Church of Christ, 1 o'clock. If you would please RSVP. If you'd call Jackie at 575-361-0393 or Laura, 214-274-0892. Central Valley Electric Cooperative will be closed Thursday and Friday to spend Thanksgiving with their families. And I think, are there a couple of things in the other room? No, they're all here. Okay. The high school football banquet is on Monday, December 6th, 6 o'clock at the First Baptist Church Total Life Center. Tickets are $10 each. Go see Trini Herrera at Forest Tire in Artesia. And you can go ahead and purchase and get your tickets for the football banquet on Monday, December 6th. I mean, you can get your tickets today for the banquet, which will be on Monday, December 6th. Speaking of the football team, the folks at the NMAA always like to get a bunch of highlights from the games we produce. And since our game was on Saturday, I guess we had some miscommunication in the office, and the guy that normally is supposed to do that was tied up doing something else, and I guess felt because they were tied up doing this, they didn't have to do the other thing. And so I sat down at the end of the day yesterday after everything was all wrapped up, and I trimmed out 13 highlights from the Saturday football victory over Farmington. And if you go to KSVPTV.com and you click on the Bulldog, you'll see the football page, or the football channel, if you will. And if you and you'll see the upcoming game. We're going to do an audio-only stream of Saturday's championship football game, starting with the pregame show at 12:30. And Joby and Robbie will be there. Jeff Hodling will be on the sideline. So we'll have full coverage of the game. It'll just be radio only on Saturday. And but so that's the first thing that's on the list. But the second thing on the list, the very second thing on the list is the game from last Saturday against Farmington. I hate this mouse. And so what I want to do is I want to bring it up on the screen for those of you that are watching online, but in order to do that, I have to change it to that, then I change it back to that, then it wakes up, then I go here, then I click here, then I open that up, then I can bring it up on the screen. Okay, got to do all that myself. All right, so if you click on the old Bulldoggy there, and it brings up the channel, you can see audio only Artesia versus Los Lunas. You know, number 4 Artesia at number 2 Los Lunas. Broadcast starts 12:30 p.m. on 11/27. Okay, well, we know that. Then if you scroll down a little bit and you see the Artesia versus Farmington number 1 football there, click on that, and you'll see the link for the full video, and then you'll see all the highlights. Whoa. That's weird. The input going into the computer's going wacko nuts. Let's try and reset it there. No. It's going to be one of those days. looks like. So you'll see all 13 highlights. We've got the safety. We've got the final Artesia touchdown. We've got the interception by Diego Wesson. We've got the 8-yard pass to Watson. We've got the touchdown pass to Peyton Greathouse. We've got the pass from Taylor Null to Zayden Lopez. We've got the pick six, 95-yard pick six by Philip Finley Rascone. The Peyton Deans 1-yard dive, the pass to Cody Watson. The Greathouse one-handed catch. That alone is worth the price of admission right there, folks, is that one-handed catch. I think it was in the second quarter. Yeah, this thing is just going bonkos nuts. I don't understand it. Now the main computer screen's going bonko nuts. Maybe this computer died. Wouldn't that be a hoot? All right. So what the computer was showing on the on-air streaming computer was what the monitor is doing in real life on this laptop. So maybe we had another laptop die. Oh, well. Anyway, all those highlights are there. So you can go back and watch the highlights. You can share them. You can post them if you like to do that. A lot of folks have been watching those. I shared several of them on our YouTube page, which is KSVP TV on YouTube. So I'd sure like for you to subscribe and like us on YouTube. Wouldn't that be cool? Now, why is that not working? Okay. So, all right, well, let's take a break, see what Jared's dug up for news. We've got Eric Butler's sports update for you today, and Kim Commando with your tech tip for Tuesday. That's all coming up next here on the Good Morning Artesia Radio Show. You listen to this while I beat on this computer.
Now for a Pecos Valley News update, I'm Jared Cirillo. As a reminder, city halls in Carlsbad, Artesia, and Roswell are all closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Roswell City Hall is also closed on Friday as well. Certain other city facilities in Roswell have varied holiday schedules. In addition, some city services will have adjusted schedules to accommodate the Thanksgiving holiday. The Roswell Public Library and the Roswell Museum and Arts Center will both be closed Thursday and Friday. They'll reopen Saturday. Roswell Transit will not operate buses Thanksgiving Day. Buses will be in operation Friday on Main Street. The buses will run from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Call-in pickup requests on other streets will not be available. And the Roswell Solid Waste Department's trash pickup for the week has been adjusted. Areas normally picked up on Monday and Thursday will have their trash containers picked up on Monday and Wednesday. Areas normally picked up Tuesday and Friday will have their trash containers picked up Tuesday and Saturday. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Now more than ever, you need to stay as healthy as possible. At Lowell's Pharmacy, we want to help by providing flu shots and COVID-19 vaccines. Now is the time to come into Lowell's Pharmacy for your flu shot. Employers can schedule with Lowell's to conduct a flu shot clinic at your place of business. And it's okay to get your flu shot and COVID-19 vaccination at the same time. You will have to register for your vaccine at nmvaccine.org. The key to staying healthy is exercise, eat nutritional foods, keep up your appointments with your doctor, and get the flu shot and COVID-19 vaccine at Lowell's Pharmacy, across from the hospital on North 13th in Artesia.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. We got basketball going on, and the Carlsbad Cave Girls are beating everybody to the punch. In fact, they played last night in Las Cruces, losing by a point to Oregon Mountain, 38-37. That was the season opener for the Cave Girls, who play again tonight against Pebble Hills, a new school in El Paso. Pebble Hills is already 4-2 on the season, so that's tonight. And the Carlsbad Cavemen are playing at Gadsden tonight. Remember last year, Carlsbad was 8-3 overall, had won 5 in a row, but couldn't play in the playoffs against Roswell because of COVID. So the Cavemen are anxious to get back out there. And you've also got a girls basketball game tonight in Artesia. Artesia against Santa Teresa starts at 5:30, season opener. Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
Today, the saga of Jennifer Lawrence, the actress. She told Variety that she will, quote, never, ever get over the trauma of her nude photos being leaked online. Now, this is a teachable moment. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by T-Mobile. Their advanced network now goes farther than ever before. Visit T-Mobile.com/55 today. Do you remember that back 7 long years ago, actress Jennifer Lawrence's nude photos, many of them selfies, were hacked and leaked on the internet? No? Well, me neither. Until she reminded us with that interview. She's still upset because, as she says, anyone can look at my nude body anytime without my consent. Poor baby. Here's the lesson. Anything that you upload to the cloud, you send in an email or text or post, will digitally exist forever. If you must share your nude selfies, be prepared for someone to hack it, sell it, and spread it. And when it happens, don't whine. Unless, of course, you're drawing attention to it on purpose. Are you, Jennifer? Get more tech news at Commando.com. Happy holidays, Commando Show listeners. You guys and gals know that I'm all about finding the very best tech out there. They don't call me America's digital goddess for nothing. This year, I have a tech tip that'll make you feel merry and bright. Let me tell you all about the Epson EcoTank cartridge-free printer. It cures what I like to call cartridge conniptions. Those moments of absolute panic and total annoyance when you're printing holiday cards or gift tags and your printer's tiny cartridges run out of ink. I don't want you going through that. With Epson EcoTank, kiss those expensive cartridges goodbye. EcoTank uses big ink tanks, so you can print your heart out. No need to be stingy with those colorful holiday cards. Send one to your favorite national radio show host. EcoTank comes with a ridiculous amount of ink for a stress-free, cartridge-free, conniption-free holiday season and beyond. Epson EcoTank, just fill and chill. Visit Best Buy, Office Depot, and at Epson.com/EcoTankKim.
Turpinning and Son Mortuary of Artesia presents a listing of today's obituaries. We do not have any new announcements to share with you, but we do have a couple of reminders for you that funeral services are at 10 a.m. this morning at Our Lady of Grace Catholic Church for Nicolasa Horta Ortiz of Artesia, who passed away November 19th at the age of 93. Father Vijay will officiate at the services this morning, and burial will follow at Woodbine Cemetery. And this reminder that funeral services are at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning at West Main Baptist Church for Tyler Allen Grantham, who passed away recently. He was born in 1984. This listing has been presented as a service by Turpinning and Son Mortuary of Artesia, where we make it personal. Well, Thanksgiving is almost here. What kind of weather are we going to have for the Thanksgiving holiday, Steve?
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s and plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a few clouds drifting through with our low in the mid 40s as a cold front arrives. We'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then Thanksgiving Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, isolated showers, and cooler with our high in the mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Steve, what do you have for us there? Looks like we're up to 34 degrees. So we're starting to warm up here. Sunny skies. Humidity at 54%. Dew point is 19 degrees. Winds are easterly at 3. Pressure at 30.14 and falling. So our feels like temperature is 32. So feels a little chillier than it actually is. Our air quality index is 39. We have good air quality this morning. Our high yesterday was 68 degrees. And our overnight low was 26. Kind of a chilly overnight. 1 year ago, we had a high of 67 and a low of 39. Minimum 4-inch soil temps are between 52 and 58 degrees. The sun will set at 4:52 this afternoon and will rise at 6:36 in the morning. Around the region, sunny and 37 in Carlsbad, 35 in Roswell, 44 in Hobbs. Around the state, mostly sunny, 30 in Albuquerque, Sunny and 33 in Santa Fe, partly cloudy and 41 in Cloudcroft. Mostly sunny and 50 in Ruidoso, partly cloudy and 42 in Las Cruces. Sunny and 29 in Farmington, 27 at Red River. 40 in Clovis, 38 in Lubbock, Texas. And again here in Artesia, we've got sunny skies and 34 degrees. Let's see what the markets are reacting to this morning, and then we'll come back with another conversation with our FFA students from across New Mexico. That's next on the Good Morning Artesia radio show.
With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander. President Biden said Monday he is nominating Jerome Powell for a second 4-year term as Federal Reserve Chair, endorsing his stewardship of the economy through a brutal pandemic recession in which the Fed's ultra-low rate policies helped to bolster confidence and revitalize the job market. San Francisco officials said Monday that they secured more than $5.3 million in a settlement from DoorDash on behalf of workers who made deliveries in the city between 2016 and 2020. The settlement followed an investigation by the San Francisco Office of Labor Standards Enforcement into alleged violations of city labor laws. On Wall Street, the Dow up 17 points, closing at 35,619. The Nasdaq down 202 to 15,854, and the S&P 500 lost 15 points to 4,682. With the SRN News Business Brief, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
It's important to know local folks you can trust. People who'll be there for you when you need it most. Cisco Equipment in Artesia, serving Southeast New Mexico since 1978 and new locations throughout Texas, is the leader in equipment rentals, sales, and service. Whether it's an excavator, backhoe, or wheel loader for the pipeline, or a reach fork or man lift for the construction site, Cisco Equipment has the dirt and aerial equipment to get the job done. Call the team at Cisco Equipment today, 748-1314, serving all of Southeast New Mexico and throughout Texas.
Welcome to Answers with Ken Ham, presented by the Coalition of Christians for Biblical Creation and Steve and Cindy Anderson of Napa Auto Parts in Artesia. CCBC is an interdenominational coalition of Christians from Artesia who believe that the account of origins presented in Genesis is a simple but factual presentation of actual events. Answers with Ken Ham is brought to you by Steve and Cindy Anderson of Napa Auto Parts, proudly serving all of your automotive needs, individual and commercial, with quality Napa parts. Now, today's Answers with Ken Ham.
The Bible, a science textbook? This is Ken Ham, founder of the ministry that built a full-size ark south of Cincinnati. Earlier this year, a church in Nashville tweeted what they think the Bible is and isn't. One of the things they said was the Bible isn't a science book. Now, I don't think anyone claims the Bible is a science book. The Bible itself doesn't say it's a science book. But when it does touch on science, it's always true. That's because God knows everything and doesn't lie. Now, the Bible is a book of history, the true history of the world, always pointing to Christ. That history in God's Word provides a proper framework for interpreting science. So the Bible isn't a science book, but it does give us the absolutely true history we need.
Subscribe to receive free daily email insights from Ken Ham at AnswersRadio.com and listen to this program again, hundreds like it, or view a full transcript at AnswersRadio.com.
What is up, New Mexico FFA, and welcome back to episode 10 of the Evolved Legacy podcast, where the New Mexico FFA State Officer team takes turns discussing topics related to the agricultural industry and leadership. I am your host, Brandon Ladanyaga, and on today's episode, we are going to be joined by the woman of the hour, coming at us all the way from the north, your District 1 President, State Vice President, Cameron Kidder, as she's going to be talking about the business side of agriculture within our state of New Mexico. Now get ready, New Mexico FFA, because you know what time it is. It's time to evolve.
What is up, New Mexico FFA? My name is Cameron Kidder, and I'm currently serving as your District 1 President, State Vice President. I'm glad to be here once again, for this is episode 10 of the Evolve podcasts. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about agriculture business, with a little help from Kinsey Shelley, who is part of the family-owned business Creighton's Town and Country, and a little small town called Portales, New Mexico. Now, agriculture business is a big deal within our lives. But what is agriculture business? Agriculture business is the farming, management, production, and marketing of agricultural commodities such as livestock and crops. The agriculture business field includes resource management, farming, conservation, ranching, and sales. And this is exactly why we are here today, to learn more about how ag business can make a huge impact within our lives. So, let's get started. Well, Miss Kinsey, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Cameron?
I'm doing great. Just to get us started about ag business, can you tell us a little bit about the Creighton's Town and Country?
Yeah, so Creighton's Town and Country is a small family business that's located in eastern New Mexico in Portales. My parents, Leslie and Garland Creighton, actually started the business a little over 20 years ago, 22 years ago now. And they actually partnered with Russell Feed and Supply. So they were an existing store. They partnered with my parents, and then my parents ended up buying them out. My parents still work here at the store, and my little sister Kaysen Creighton and I are slowly starting to come into different roles in the business, and begin, doing more and more and trying to put my parents into retirement. But we're just a small, like I said, a family-owned business. We have feed, farm and ranch supplies. We also have animal health supplies, and then on one side of the store, we also have a little clothing boutique and home decor section, which is really fun. But that's just the basics of the store, really. We do a lot of in-store sales, and then sales to dairies and other ranches and stuff like that.
Wow, so there's a lot of history behind that store already. No kidding.
Yeah. Yep, there is. It's been really good. It's been a good opportunity for me and my sister to learn, and we, of course, love being invested in the agriculture community and dealing with people in ag because they're the best kind of people to deal with. So, yeah, it's been a real blessing for our family.
Yeah, and we love to have you guys around. Why do you think your family chose to start an ag business?
They have really deep roots in the agriculture industry. My mom's family, they were farmers. My dad's family, they farmed and ranched. My dad's parents, they still have cattle, and they have a ranch in Elida, New Mexico, as does my dad. My mom's family, they farmed and had cattle, and my mom's dad currently owns and operates a couple dairies in Portales, New Mexico. And so they just have really deep roots in the agriculture industry, and they wanted to stay involved in agriculture. I think if it was up to my dad, he would really be a full-time rancher because that's what he loves to do. But the store kind of supports his ranching, and the ranching supports the store, and he loves to be here too. But I think that's why they decided to start this store, is there was a need for it in the community. Jim Russell, who was the previous owner, he was ready to retire, and my parents were ready to step into that role. And so doing what they love and getting to stay connected into the agriculture industry made it an easy choice for them, I think.
Nice. Well, while working in the Creighton's Town and Country, what do you think is the most challenging part about owning an ag business?
So I think there's a couple different challenges on different sides. So the most challenging part of owning an agriculture business is that agriculture is always changing. So we never really know, what feed prices are going to look like, or what different commodity prices are going to look like, or if people are going to have cattle. It's so dry right now in our state that everybody's had to sell their cows. And so, when there was no feed and there was no rain, we had a really good year selling feed because people had to buy feed. And so, now everybody is having to sell their cows, and so there's not going to be cows around next year. So we're going to have to find another way, to make up for that loss of sales as far as feeds go, because there's no animals to feed. And so, agriculture depends on several different factors. It depends on, money, cash flow. It depends on the weather. It depends on, what you have to work with what you have. And so with all those different factors, it makes our business really tough because we depend on our customers, and our customers, they get their livelihood from different things. And so, when the weather's bad, when there's drought, when, there's unexpected emergencies and our customers have to sell animals, it affects our business a lot. So that's one really big challenge. Another challenge that we have at our store is, we're a family-owned business. And so my mom, my dad, my sister, myself, my husband, we're all involved in the store, and working with family is really rewarding, but it's really hard too, because we all have different personalities and different ways of doing things. And so we're having to learn how to make our different dynamics work together to make the business work. And my mom and dad, like I said, they have the store. We have another feed store in Elida called Crate and Commodity. They have their ranch. My sister, she works here at the store. She's still in college, and she's starting a new business venture. She's opening a wedding venue. And, me and my husband, we work here, and he's starting to, work on opening a metal shop. And so there's just so many different challenges of balancing our lives and everything that we have going on and still working together to make this business work. So I think those are two of the biggest challenges that we face at the store.
Now that you're talking about that, and I've listened a little bit more, you did say that it all depends on your community, right?
Yes, for sure. That's 100%. They make our business run.
Right? Well, with that, what do you think was the biggest impact that your ag business had on the community?
Well, so like I said, our business depends on our customers, and I think that because of our customers and our customer support and our connections through the community, we're able to give back to our community. And so I think that our store we're the only feed, farm, and ranch supply store in Portales. There's one in Melrose and one in Clovis. But us being the only one in Portales, we provide our community with feed for their animals. Like I said, we have our little clothing and home decor boutique just, for shopping and stuff. We have animal health care supplies, everything from small animals to large animals, cattle and horses. We also recently started carrying prescription medicine. So we have our license to do that now, which has been really good for us. So I think that, we do try to provide a service to our community. That's, if you ask my mom, what we would call ourselves or what she would, consider our store, she would consider us a service business, just because, we're here whenever they need us. My dad, he's on call 24/7. His phone is always ringing. It seems like he's on his phone all day just because, you never know when you're going to feed more than you needed to and run out of feed and need a load immediately, or when a cow bloats and they don't know what to do and my dad has to go help. So we really try to be more service oriented than sales oriented, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's what our store provides to the community versus what, the community does for us.
Well, now that you're talking about like how big of an impact it has, especially like on Portales and the community, in your personal opinion, how do you think the community would be if the business was never around? How do you think that would impact the community?
Yeah, I think that that void would have to be filled for sure. Especially with the way things are going right now. If you would have asked me this question 2 or 3 years ago, I probably would have had a different answer. 2021, we're in the middle of a global pandemic, and, we're considered an essential business, and we're really blessed to be considered essential because we do have feed and, animal health supplies. There are a lot of businesses that, would normally be open that are closed right now. Other, boutiques or places that aren't considered essential. And so I think that, my answer to this question right now is that somebody would have to fill that void. I think that we provide, like I said, a service to our community, but also, bring a good economic factor to our town here. Portales isn't huge, it's pretty small. And so, we carry a wide variety of products and serve our customers in that way. So I think that if our store didn't exist, there would be a void and it would need to be filled. That, people would have to travel farther. They'd have to travel to Roswell or Muleshoe or to Clovis. And so I think that it would be really hard on our farmers and our ranchers and even, just people in town that have animals, because there wouldn't be an outlet for them here in Portales.
Now that you've been spending so many years with your family building this company and trying to get into different areas, if you had to tell anyone why they should pursue a career in agriculture business, what do you think that would be?
Yeah, no, I think that, there's so many people in the world that they get up and they dread going to work, and it's an 8 to 5. They want their day to be over. They want to go home. And I think that, living your life like that is really hard. But when you have a career that you genuinely enjoy, it makes such an impact on your life and on your family's life. And I'm so thankful that I get to say that I can do that. Being involved in the agriculture industry and ag business, for us, it's the people that make this so fun. All of our customers are great, and our customer base, people come in here and we know them and they know us, and we know what kind of animals they have. We know what they're shopping for, and it's fun just to get to interact with them day in and day out. Some of our customers literally come every day, and if not every day, every week. And so you get up knowing that you get to deal with really great people. And we're so blessed to have the business that we do, because we're always growing and changing and evolving. Just like the agriculture industry, we have to keep up with all of the new technologies and everything that's changing in our industry. And agriculture is always changing because we have to. And so I think that challenge of always trying to be better and always trying to grow our business, that coupled with, getting to work with such great people, makes this such an easy line of work that I would choose, and hope, my kids choose, and our whole family would always want to be involved in, because it's so different than, like the financial industry or, construction or something like that, because those are just jobs that they're all great and they're all so needed. But I feel like you don't get that deep personal connection with the people you work with like you do in agriculture.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100% on that. Agriculture is a big part of our lives, and I know you can see that, and I know the listeners today can definitely understand that. And that's just something we really do need to realize. But with the importance of that, you guys' business is making a bigger impact in our lives, especially with agriculture. So please do realize we appreciate you guys' hard work in this, because again, a lot of kids today just need to see the importance of agriculture and agriculture business itself, because that's a big part of our future. That's what agriculture is all about. It's our lives.
I think when a lot of people, like you said, kids today or young adults today, I think when they think of agriculture, they think of farming and ranching and, hard labor, and people don't realize that, there are so many other sectors in agriculture. And so, I hope that people listening know that ag business is just as important, and maybe even, it's not more important, it's as important as all other sectors of agriculture, because somebody has to do the behind the scenes work of, your animals have to eat, your finances have to be managed. And I've worked in a bunch of different sectors involving agriculture. When I was in college, I worked at Farm Credit of New Mexico in Las Cruces. And so in that way, I got to see the financial side of, how these agriculture industries get.
Sorry, we have to end that interview just a tad bit short, but we are at the end of the hour. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll be back with Chamber Chat in the 8 o'clock hour coming up here on KSVP Artesia, K229AS Artesia. It's 8 o'clock.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. President Biden has decided to tap into the nation's strategic petroleum reserve to help bring down energy prices. Here's White House correspondent Greg Cluxton.
The president is ordering the release of 50 million barrels of oil from the country's emergency stockpile. It's a move being coordinated with other countries aimed at global energy markets. With AAA reporting gas prices at about $3.40 a gallon, the White House is hoping that using the oil reserve is the right tool to help ease the supply problem. The announcement also comes as Republican lawmakers have criticized the Biden administration for inflation reaching a 31-year high. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Target says it will no longer open its stores on Thanksgiving Day. That is continuing a policy that only began during the pandemic. Retail analyst Alan Adamson says it may be a sign of changing times.
Sort of the norm is to start paying more attention to your team and your workers, because a big part of the retail experiences is how you're treated inside. And if your employees are happy, you're going to have a better retail experience.
Last night in Waukesha, Wisconsin, a vigil for those killed when an SUV driver plowed through a Christmas parade on Sunday. Among those speaking, Police Chief Dan Thompson.
Now is the time to grieve and mourn. I want to personally thank you all for being here.
Unity and community is showing love to one another, which is a starting point to healing.
And police are now preparing 5 charges of intentional homicide against the driver in the case, 39-year-old Darrell Brooks Jr. of Milwaukee. The trial of 3 white men charged with killing Ahmaud Arbery could soon be in the hands of the jury. Prosecutors are seeking murder convictions in the death of the 25-year-old black man on day 2 of their closing arguments, expected to conclude today. On Wall Street, the Dow's up 75 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Why are cash-out refinances such a big deal right now? Uncle Ryan tries to teach me something.
I really feel like right now might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've been doing this for 18 years now, and I've just never seen a market where the rates are so low and values across the country have skyrocketed as much as they have. That combination, I remember one couple in particular, they were looking to do some home improvements at the house, but they were worried about their payments going up. Well, with rates being so low and them building up so much equity in the home over the last few years, we were able to get them the cash out for those home improvements, and their payments actually went down a little bit. Every single situation is different, but it does happen more often than you think. So it definitely does not hurt to call.
We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Middle Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
The head of the United Nations Atomic Watchdog meets with Iranian officials to press for greater sites access on the eve of diplomatic talks restarting over the nuclear deal with Tehran. Here's correspondent Charles de Ledesma with an update.
Rafael Mariano Grossi yet again faces tightrope-style talks with Iran as his inspectors remain unable to access surveillance footage and face greater challenges in trying to monitor Tehran's rapidly growing uranium stockpile. Iran now enriches small amounts of uranium up to 60% purity, its highest ever.
That is Charles de Ledesma. Italy's antitrust watchdog has fined Apple and Amazon more than 200 million euros for cooperating to restrict competition in the sale of Apple and Beats branded products. The competition authority there says its investigation found the tech giants agreed to limit access to Italy's Amazon marketplace to selected resellers. Breaking news at townhall.com. Gambians are mourning the death of one of that country's best-known journalists.
Nderi Mbai helped expose the frequent killings, disappearances and torture in the Gambia. The former President Yahya Jammeh put the journalist high on his long list of enemies. 2 decades ago, when newspaper offices were being set ablaze and reporters locked up, Mr. Mbai moved to the United States and launched his online Freedom newspaper. Because Mr. Mbai did so much to expose atrocities in the Gambia, people referred to him as the voice of the country's first Truth Commission.
That's the BBC's Will Ross reporting. Thanksgiving is going to cost a little more. For many families, it's not been spared from the recent price hikes you've seen on so many other products. The American Farm Bureau estimates a Thanksgiving feast for 10, complete with sweet potatoes, rolls, a vegetable tray, and a pie with whipped cream, will be $53.31 this year, up 14% from last year. More of these stories at townhall.com.
I know what you're expecting to hear right now, the announcement of today's KSVIP. Well, I don't have a name for today, and I need your help. If you know someone who needs to be recognized for being a very special person, call right now, 746-2751. Ask for Tana and schedule a KSVIP. Your special someone will be recognized at this time all day long on their day, and they'll receive a flower courtesy of Lovebud Floral in Artesia. So call today and schedule your KSVIP.
Just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters. But so far they all think I'm too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too white and nerdy. Really, really white and nerdy. First, my class spirit, am I?
MIT. Got skills, I'm a champion of D&D. MC Escher, that's my favorite MC. Keep your 40 out, just have an Earl Grey tea.
Hey, welcome back to the Good Morning Artesia radio show. It is Tuesday. Yeah, that's what it is. It is Tuesday. It is the 23rd day of November and a couple days away from the Thanksgiving holiday. So that's what a lot of folks are looking forward to this week. I'll tell you what, after the last few weeks and how busy things have been, it'd be kind of nice to have a couple of days off. What do you think? I know we're going to be busy this weekend. We've got, of course, after Turkey Day, we've got some sports action this weekend. We've got a basketball game tonight, and then a basketball game Saturday afternoon. We've got a football game Saturday afternoon. A couple of football games Saturday afternoon. Texas Tech is going to play their last football game of the season. Don't know if they're going to get invited to a bowl game or not. You kind of wonder, are teams like Texas Tech, they're not that good. I mean, they're okay, but they're not that good. And they've had an up and down year. They fired their coach, and they come into the game with a 6-5 record, and they're in 5th place in their conference, the Big 12 conference. They're taking on a ranked team on Saturday, the Baylor Bears, who are 9-2 overall and 3rd in the Big 12. So you kind of wonder, even if Texas Tech wins, they'd be 7-5. Is 7 wins enough to get a bowl invitation, and would it even move them up in the rankings enough, or in the standings? Would it move them up enough in the standings to where they would have a shot at being invited to a bowl game? But anyway, normally that game would be on 92.9 The Brand. That's our Texas Tech Red Raider station. But because we've got a big event down in Carlsbad Saturday that we're going to be broadcasting from, we're moving that game to KEND. So if you're a Texas Tech fan and you want to hear the Red Raiders, you're going to listen on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, pregame at 9 a.m., kickoff at 10 on 106.5. On 92.9, Sean Smalls is going to be down in Carlsbad. They've got a big United Way event that's going to be taking place, so that's where Sean's going to be. On KSVP, here on KSVP, we're going to have live coverage of the state championship football game. Artesia Bulldogs at the Los Lunas Tigers, number 2 seeded team in the state against number 4 seeded team in the state. Roswell was the 3. They got eliminated in their first round game that they played by Goddard. And the number 1 team, Farmington, was defeated by Artesia this past weekend. So the number 1 and the number 3 are gone, and left are the number 2 and the number 4 to play for the state championship. And this game will be played in Los Lunas, New Mexico. If you want to buy tickets, you have to go online to do so. And whatever cell phone that you have with you that will be with you at the game on Saturday, that's where you need to make your purchase. So if you have an iPhone, there's an app that you can download. It's called GoFan. And you install that app on your phone. Make sure that you have whatever your payment method is. I have Apple Pay set up on mine. But you do have to have some kind of a payment method set up. You type in Artesia in the box, what school you're looking for, type in Artesia, and there's the game. Saturday, November 27, 1 o'clock, 5A NMAA Football Championship, Artesia at Los Lunas High School, Los Lunas, New Mexico. And then when you tap on that event, then up comes your ticket options. But the reason I'm saying you do this on your phone is because you can't print the ticket out. So you can't go on your computer, buy the ticket, print it out, take that printed paper with you to the game. They won't let you in. So whoever's buying the tickets for you, whoever's going to be with you that has on their phone app how many tickets in your family, whatever tickets were bought, have that phone with you, make the purchase on your phone. Now, if you don't have an iPhone, if you have an Android phone, there's no app. So don't go into your Google Play Store and look for an app because you won't find one. Just go on your browser, Google, if Google's the browser that you use on your Android phone, and go to gofan.co. Don't put the M in. It's gofan.co. And it'll take you to, it'll look exactly the same. You'll see a picture, a black and white image of a football field. You'll see a box. Type in Artesia. The ticket will come up and you make your purchase. And again, you have to have some kind of payment method established on your phone that you use to make the purchases with, because that's how you'll pay for the tickets. And then bring that phone with you to get into the game on Saturday, because you'll open up the app, you'll show your purchase ticket, they'll authenticate it, and then they'll let you into the facility. If you're not going to go and you want to watch the game, we do not get to do the video for that. Those rights belong to the New Mexico Activities Association. And for all the championship games, they contract with somebody to produce the games. They'll hire announcers, they'll hire camera people, they'll produce it, and it's only available through a subscription to the NFHS network. So if you want to watch it, you're going to have to go to nfhsnetwork.com, purchase a 1-month subscription. It will unlock the site for anything on the site for 30 days, including the game on Saturday. Now, if you want to listen to it, Joby and Robbie are going to be there. Jeff will be there. And we'll have play-by-play with Joby and Jeff and Robbie on Saturday. We'll start with the pregame show at 12:30. Kickoff is set for 1 o'clock. It'll be on 990 AM. It'll be on 93.7 FM. It'll be on our app if you get the KSVP app for your phone. The KSVP app is Android Auto and Apple CarPlay compatible. So if you have a car or truck with that kind of capability in it, as soon as you connect your phone to the head end of your car audio system, the icons will all change around and with compatible apps, and one of the compatible apps that will appear is KSVP. And so as long as your phone is connected to the internet, your phone's connected to the car, or you can do it with Bluetooth. So if you're driving around this Saturday, traveling around the countryside, you can use the KSVP app and Bluetooth it, or Android Auto, Apple CarPlay to your car audio system, and you can listen to it through the automobile while you're driving around. And if you do like to listen to or watch the games on Facebook or YouTube, we will have a Facebook and a YouTube stream active, but again, it's audio only. So you'll see the video of our halftime interview. You'll see the video of our interview with the coach, but you won't see any video from the game. We'll have a slide up there. It will say audio only. The title of the broadcast will say audio only. And even though we go through all those efforts to do that, invariably we get 3 or 4 or 5 questions in the comments. I don't see anything. Picture's frozen. Why don't I see anything? And somebody will have to explain to them that it's an audio-only broadcast, as it says in the title and as it says on the graphic. And if you want to watch it, blah, 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 blah. But that is what we will be doing for coverage of the state championship football game on Saturday. Hopefully, what you'll be able to do is, if you do go ahead and make the purchase to watch it, you'll have it up on your screen, and then you'll bring up the app, either the Facebook feed or the YouTube feed or the off the app. Because if you try to listen to the radio, we're going to be way ahead of what's going on the TV screen, a minute or two ahead. But if you listen to one of our internet feeds, either on Facebook or YouTube or from our app, there's a possibility that they'll be closer together. So when you hear Joby go, touchdown, Bulldogs, it'll give you enough time to look up at the screen and then see it on the screen. So, hey, what kind of weather are we going to have this Turkey Day holiday weekend? Steve, what do you know?
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s and plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a few clouds drifting through with our low in the mid 40s as a cold front arrives. We'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then Thanksgiving Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, isolated showers, and cooler with our high in the mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Side booth 5 is what we've been assigned.
Very good.
By Mr. Holland.
Cool. You're set then.
I don't know if I've met Mr. Holland. I've talked to him on the phone a couple times. Seems like a nice guy.
Yes, he is. Maybe you'll get to meet him. I'm sure you will.
Yeah, one of these days.
Yeah.
Coxie's here from the Chamber of Commerce.
Good morning.
Here we go.
Good morning, everyone.
How are you today?
Freezing, but I got my large coffee, so we're good.
You're good. And the heat just ran in here.
It's chilly in here.
It is chilly in here, but the heat just ran. I don't know.
Crank it up. I don't know either.
Let's see. Oh, I did print it out.
Oh, good. Look at you.
I printed out the chamber chat.
Good job, because I did not.
During the news break, I was playing highlights from the football game on Saturday.
Thank you. Awesome.
I think the one-handed catch was probably my favorite highlight. I mean, they're all good, but that one-handed catch.
Yes.
Just kind of stuck his paw out and hauled it in. I thought that was pretty
I feel like
amazing.
we do that pretty often. I love it.
Yeah. Let's see. So anyway, everybody excited about Saturday?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Super excited. Get there early. The visitor stands are a little bit smaller than we're used to. So
yeah.
I heard they're opening the gates 2 hours early at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And depending on how diehard you are, I would get there at 11.
At 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. We used to live in Los Lunas.
I did.
If you were going to go there and maybe have lunch or an early lunch or a late breakfast before the game, is there any place you would suggest?
I'm not sure about their COVID hours, but here's what I would do. I would avoid Albuquerque because it's Black Friday weekend. There is a Chick-fil-A in between Albuquerque and Los Lunas.
There is?
Yes.
Where?
Gibson, right near I-25.
Oh, okay. That's South Albuquerque.
Well,
Okay.
yes, South
Because to
15 minutes from Los Lunas.
Yeah, to me, between the two is Isleta.
Yeah.
But that's me. I live over here. I don't live, never lived over there.
Isleta's 8 minutes. Chick-fil-A's 15 minutes. But you might as well stay in Los Lunas and eat at Tia Filo's.
Tia Filo's.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I always struggled. But yes, I believe I am.
Okay. Tia Filo's.
Very good. Mm-hmm.
Mexican restaurant?
Delicious.
Okay.
Yep.
In Los Lunas.
Indoor seating, outdoor seating, lots of parking. You should be okay, even on holiday weekends.
Okay.
If they're open.
If they're open. What's the, what was your favorite item there?
Tacos or stuffed sopapillas.
Okay. Sounds good. We're offering up suggestions for people that are going to the football game.
Right.
And we're talking to somebody that should know.
I'm also a huge fan of Dion's.
I love Dion's.
Dion's, they have a Dion's in Los Lunas, but it's almost as far away as Albuquerque. Down through the woods the other way.
I think we ate there once.
Yeah.
Because we went over there a couple of years ago. I think Artesia played Valencia, which is the other school.
Yes, sir.
In Los Lunas.
Dion's takes about 20 minutes to get to from the stadium. So
yeah. But Dion's is good.
Delicious. Yeah.
So if you're making plans to go over there to watch the game on Saturday, you got to eat.
You do have to eat.
Now, what I would do, either probably after the game, after the celebration victory, is I'd drive down the interstate to San Antonio and eat at the Owl Cafe and get a green chili cheeseburger.
That's a good idea, too.
But I've never had one at the Buckhorn, but I hear the Buckhorn is almost as good as the Owl Cafe. Have either of you eaten a hamburger from the Buckhorn?
No, I haven't.
It's like right across the street.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
I mean, San Antonio has a gas station and 2 green chili cheeseburger places.
that are fabulous.
That's all you
apparently.
need.
And that's it. There's like nothing else in San Antonio.
Yeah, I would head south for sure. Avoid Albuquerque if possible,
Yeah.
just because of the holiday.
Maybe you should get one of each.
Ooh.
That's a great
Taste
idea.
And then sit out in your car and eat.
Yeah.
Get on Facebook Live and tell us which one's better so we know where to go.
That's a great idea.
Now, Mike Winters and I did that years ago. We went to Yuma, Arizona to do an NMMI Bronco bowl game, football game.
Mm-hmm.
And as we were crossing from New Mexico through Arizona, we discovered that there were Five Guys
Oh, yeah.
and there were In-N-Out burgers.
Oh.
And so we did a Five Guys versus In-N-Out burger
Yeah,
taste
who won?
test.
Who won?
We picked Five Guys, but the In-N-Outs were pretty darn good too. I mean, it was hard. And it wasn't one of those, the Five Guys is like way better, don't get the In-N-Out. It was purely a personal preference thing because they were both excellent. So.
Yeah, no, they do a good job. Both of them.
And
That's
then,
tough.
And then she said Chick-fil-A.
I'm a fan.
And do people really get into competition to get a hold of the sauce?
A competition?
I mean, in their sauce, is it the Chick-fil-A sauce that everybody
I could drink
goes
it.
crazy over?
I could drink it.
Yeah.
They sell it at Walmart. We had some last night.
Not the real thing.
Yeah.
So no, it
Yes.
can't be the real
For
thing.
real.
It can't. No.
Yes. It has their name on it and it's delicious.
Well, somebody.
I put my straw in the bottle and delicious. Perfect.
Okay.
I have more tips. If you're staying the night
Yes.
for the football game, I would recommend all the hotels around the airport would be convenient because there's not a ton in Los Lunas. And again, avoid Albuquerque if possible. So the airport is a happy medium. There's quite a few right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're nice.
15 minutes to the stadium.
Now, when we went and played at Berlin, I actually stayed in Los Lunas that Friday night, and I stayed at a hotel. You got the main interchange off the interstate, but I went west and stayed at a little independent one over there. That wasn't too bad.
There's like that one.
Yeah.
And maybe half of another
And that's
one.
when I saw, well, they had a Panda Express. They had a...
Applebee's, Chili's, Buffalo
Chili's.
Wild Wings,
They're all there.
Brand New Blake's.
Okay. Because that's where you turn to go, like, to the movie theater.
Mhm.
Right? Isn't it over
That's
there?
where Chili's is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Los Lunas.
Yep.
But it was funny because I stayed at that particular hotel because they had on their website, where you book online, free breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
go
know
there.
this story.
Yeah. And so I go down to breakfast and there's nothing there but a coffee pot.
Well,
And I
coffee
said, "Where's
is breakfast for somebody.
I said, where's breakfast? And they said, COVID.
Oh, yeah, COVID.
I'm like, but you say you have the free breakfast. So how are people, I wonder how people are with masks, because, we got a lot of people down here kind of independent minded, if you will.
Yes.
That you're going up into that other part of New Mexico.
You're going to want to take your mask.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Have it with you.
Yes, sir.
We had a guy come through. He's from Arizona, but he's a satellite guy, and he put a 5G filter on our dish back here.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd gone up to Albuquerque and then was working down the east side and then heading back. And he noticed in New Mexico that Albuquerque, they yell at you if you don't have your mask on.
Correct.
And down here, they just like, whatever.
High five you.
Yeah. Well.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go to Los Lunas, then you probably should bring a mask.
Correct.
Even though the game's outdoors?
Correct.
Well, there ain't going to be anybody wearing masks in that stadium.
Not on the visitor side.
Not on the visitor side. And if people want to wear a mask, that's fine. But I'm wondering if you go to, what was the name of the restaurant again?
Teofilo's.
Teofilo's, make sure you have your mask with you.
If you go to Albuquerque,
Yeah.
you're going to get yelled at. Los Lunas is hit or miss.
Hit or miss? Okay.
And I haven't been there in 8 months, so I don't really know. But
Make observations and report back.
it's going to be
What was
different
it
than
like?
it is here.
Yeah.
100%.
What was it like out there in the outer world?
That's right. That's right.
It's going to be colder, so be prepared for that too.
Okay.
But not as cold as usual. 60, I think, at 1 o'clock kickoff.
Yes.
60 and sunny.
I think so, yeah. It'll
That's
be low
fabulous.
60s for the game, so it'll be nice.
That's perfect.
I can't remember when we've had 2 straight back-to-back weekends in November, Saturday afternoons, with the kind of weather we've had the last couple of weekends here.
Yeah.
Pretty
weather
nice.
was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, both the games we played over here. Pretty nice.
And I love that we get the shade by halftime. That's so helpful.
Yeah. But it was fun. I pulled 13 highlights from the game yesterday that I posted online.
Oh, I'll go watch them. I missed the game.
Yeah.
Boo.
I know. I heard, though. I checked in right as the game was ending to see the score.
Yeah. I think everybody was pretty surprised at the score.
I thought it would be closer.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like the Bulldogs couldn't go in just knowing that they were going to win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they thought they were going to win. The team.
You got to have
I'm
the
sure
attitude
the
that
team
you're
and
going
the
to win,
coaches
right?
thought they were going to
Yeah.
win. And the fans were like, eh. So, were you part of the group that was chanting on Saturday?
No, I missed out. What were they saying?
Well, we didn't know at first.
Coach is cute. Coach, that was me. That was the only chant I know.
Well, Nate didn't hear that. Nate was running camera for us. He was the guy on the south side camera. He's the one that looked at getting up onto the scaffolding and said, no. So he took the camera off and was on the ground. And we're in communication with our headsets, and so I'm hearing the chanting, and I'm
I think I know the one.
I said, what are they saying? And
Let me get ready.
he said, let me listen to it a little bit. I said, is it Let's Go, Brandon?
Is it this one? Start the bus.
I didn't hear that one. Didn't hear that one, but
My
that
other
was
favorite.
one of the chants. Get your keys out, start the bus. You're
You're out of here.
You're losers. No, overrated.
Oh.
They were doing overrated. And they were number one, and they had like 6 shutouts coming into the game. They've been averaging over 45 points a game. And so they were the
Right.
number one team, and
And they were overrated.
they scored 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, and that was it.
Yeah, Saturday's score speaks for itself.
Yeah. I think what was amazing was the last 4 minutes of the first half. Because at that point in time, it was 14-7 Farmington. 4 minutes later, it was 27-14 Artesia.
Yeah, I got to go back and watch
You got to
this.
go watch it.
Yeah, I will.
I've watched it 3 times. Gets better with time.
You're one of the ones.
Yeah, so thank you.
When I looked at the stats yesterday between Facebook, YouTube, and the website, we had over 12,000 views.
Oh, very cool.
Of the game.
Yeah, I'm going to go
That's
watch
awesome.
it. I'll go
Yeah.
watch it.
I might go watch it again.
See if she can see the coach.
Yeah. Get my zoom in on that slow-mo.
He made the shot a couple times, and then Lana played for me the sports on not KRQE. I don't know. I guess Van Tate got the weekend off, but the other 2 stations pulled highlights from our broadcast.
Oh.
And that's the highlights they were
Cool.
showing.
Yeah.
So they both sent camera people to Los Lunas, but they didn't send anybody to Artesia because they knew
You got
we
this.
were there.
Yeah.
And
I'm
it
gonna go check
looks
that
pretty
out.
cool. When you get it on the TV, the TV stations. Wow, that's cool. We did that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Is your check in the mail? They should give you some credit.
No,
Bummer.
No. Well, they do our logos on
Good.
there, and they say courtesy of KSVP, which I guess is good. But
Do we know why the cannon was in the north side? I didn't know if some sort of fancy news station was there with a fancy camera, because it's usually on the south end.
I thought I saw smoke from the south end. Were there 2 cannons?
Maybe. I thought maybe they were trying to get in the shade faster, or I couldn't figure out why it was different.
Because in one of the video clips, I thought I saw
Yeah.
the Whitmires sitting in the south end.
Did
zone.
you? There was someone.
And when the touchdown, I thought I saw the smoke from the south. But I'm like you. There was people set up in their
There was.
chairs and everything in the north, past the north end zone. I don't know. I wonder if anybody of us knows the coach. Maybe we can ask the coach.
He's too busy. Field your questions in February.
I bet.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's the last time we get to do the video though for football. So we're done with the video. Some other crew out of Albuquerque, I guess.
For Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you guys. It's so nice. When we first got to Los Lunas, I was like, where's the broadcast? Like, why can't I watch this for free every day that I want to? So y'all are awesome.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
We enjoy doing that. We have a basketball game tonight. Unfortunately, I think all of my students are gone, so it's probably just going to be me.
You got it.
And I think Robbie's doing the play-by-play. And then Saturday, Joby and Robbie and Jeff are going. Jeff moved his basketball game to Friday afternoon at Pebble Hills in El Paso. And but Robbie's daughter is about to have a baby.
Yes.
And she told Robbie she's going to have it on Saturday just to get Robbie off. So if Robbie has to leave, then Jeff will come up off the field and sit in the booth with Joby.
Oh, cool.
But, and then Josh can't do stats because he's on a cruise somewhere. I mean, how dare these people have these things on state championship
playoff,
Saturday?
right?
Yeah, I mean, for years when I was more involved with the Broadcasters Association, they would always want to have their December gathering someplace up in Santa Fe, some fancy hotel or whatever, and they'd always want to have it on the first Saturday in December. And I was on the board, and so they wanted all the board people to be there. I said, you can't have it on the first Saturday in December. And they went, well, why not? I said, that's state championship football Saturday. Well, are you guys going to be in it? Most likely.
Right?
More often than not.
Guess they're not watching.
Yeah. And because nobody else could say that. I was the only one that could say that. So they got irritated a couple weekends. They moved it back a week, and now I'm not active. They don't care. Then COVID, so they don't have those meetings anymore.
Right.
But yeah, for a little while, I was the fly in the ointment when it came to scheduling their retreat weekend when I was on the board, because I said, I'm not doing anything that first weekend in December because I'm going to be at a state championship football game. So
sounds like my answer when I get asked where I'm going to be spending Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Back in July, I say, well, hopefully in Artesia we'll be having practice, Lord willing.
Yes. Yes.
So my parents get a lot of Christmases that way. Moppins get a lot of Thanksgivings.
There you go. Hey, can I take a break?
Take a break.
All right, we'll be back. Maybe talk chamber chat.
Awesome.
Coming up next.
Fall is in the air, and it's time to give thanks for all of our blessings. At Lovebud Floral and Gifts in Artesia, we have just the gift or decoration for your Thanksgiving gathering. Your table will look beautiful with a Teleflora Autumn Glaze or Autumn Radiance bouquet. With Teleflora, you can gift someone here at home or across the country. Lovebud Floral has a wonderful selection of decorated pumpkins for your Thanksgiving table. Find the perfect centerpiece or home decor for Thanksgiving at Lovebud Floral and Gifts, 1010 West Main in Artesia, or call 575-748-1010. High-flying action is back on the High Plains as Eastern New Mexico University men's and women's basketball is back on the hardwood. ENMU has a thrilling home slate as they welcome in conference rivals and national runner-up West Texas A&M, in-state rival Western New Mexico, and many other exciting matchups that you don't want to miss. Season tickets start as low as $50 for the 2021-22 season. Call 575-562-2153 or visit goeasternathletics.com for more ticket information. ENMU Greyhound men's and women's basketball. All in.
A good night's sleep is so important. Did you know that proper sleep supports a healthy heart, decreases chances of weight gain, and boosts a positive mood? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. It doesn't matter your age, sleeping issues can make any of us reach for that all-day cup of coffee. If you know you are not sleeping because of severe snoring or sleep apnea, come visit us. We can make you a small oral appliance that will help you sleep better and live better.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 622-4455.
When was the last time a bank asked you if you'd like to keep more of your money? At Artesia Credit Union, you pay yourself by avoiding big bank fees and all the corporate investors that go along with them. Let Artesia Credit Union help you achieve financial happiness. From home and auto loans to a working line of credit or sending your kids to college, membership is open to anyone who calls New Mexico home. Stop by the branch on 5th Street or log on to artesiacu.org. Artesia Credit Union, member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Have you ordered your Let's Go Brandon coffee yet?
Is he still taking orders? I know he got kind of overrun with orders.
I don't know.
Yeah, he really got it. He got got flooded
Yeah.
with orders.
It's the last time he buys ads on the radio.
They work too well.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I talk to other people. The radio doesn't do it. Great. You want me to get on the air and say you're giving away $100 to everybody that walks in the door?
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that. Why? You said nobody listens.
Right? That's a good point. Test it out one of these days and see.
Yeah. Well, people wouldn't believe it. Let's see. You guys going to be closed for Thanksgiving, I'm assuming?
We'll be closed. Yeah, we'll be closed for a couple of days.
Okay.
So, and I kind of feel like the town is closed, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been thinning out all week.
It has been. Yeah, it really has been. Yeah, we did get some phone calls yesterday. I suspect that today will be a little quieter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This business recovery grant, I notice you've got a workshop on Monday. Deadline
Yes.
is coming up in December.
Yeah, the deadline's December 7th. It's state money that is being managed by New Mexico Finance Authority, which was, like the other grants that were out there. This money's sitting there, and apparently they just haven't had the rush of applicants they thought they would. So they'd really like to get the money out the door. They've been sending out a lot of postcards, doing a lot of email blasts.
They've done some radio ads.
Done some radio advertising. So we thought...
so there I go again. I'm a liberal. I accepted state money.
Yeah, well, I actually feel like people are kind of not tuning in anymore. And I don't mean not tuning into the radio. I just mean not tuning into the COVID stuff.
Right.
That people are just sort of ready to move on. They're tired. Let's just get on with it. We don't want to think about another thing. But if you feel that you were impacted by COVID, and I would argue most were, you can come to this workshop and just get the overview on how to go about applying for this money. Like I said, the deadline is December 7th, and they'd really like to see some applicants.
And it's a grant.
It's a grant.
So it's not like the PPP loans, which were loans that you had to file paperwork
Right.
in order to be forgiven.
Right.
These are just, here's some money.
You have to meet the criteria. I don't totally understand.
Well, that's what the workshop's
That's
for.
what the workshop's about. Yeah, I will be attending the workshop. They'll help us understand the process, and then can get you in touch with the right people if you need to dive in a little deeper, and show us how to do it. So, I mean, it's worth a visit. You can come to the chamber. I think it's at 3:00 on Monday the 29th. Just come. I mean, it's an hour of your time or whatever that you can sit there and listen and see if it might be for you. I suspect this is kind of the last round of that type of stuff, unless things go south again.
Yeah. Well, what they don't hand out will wind up in the governor's campaign fund.
Well, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
No, it won't.
With the balance of that.
Maybe
I
it
mean,
won't.
I would hope that the money would get out the door into the businesses who really took the hit the hardest. And if not, I don't know where the money does go after that, if it reverts back to the federal government, or if it would be part of that funding that, in the case that the governor just lost, where the legislature gets to reallocate.
No, I saw that, and I thought, what did the Supreme Court do? Did they crack open the old state constitution and do a little reading first before they pass judgment on that thing? Because I know and look, the legislature is mostly Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
It's Democrat led. It's mostly Democrat run. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of cooperation back and forth between the governor's office and the legislative office. But I think that's where the allocations needed to go be handled.
Right.
It was the legislature.
They're the representatives of the people.
Yeah, so that would be good. Speaking of the legislators, Wednesday you've got a meeting coming up with the legislators.
We do. So we had a lunch and learn I guess it was earlier this month, really, to talk about the social studies standards. And the point of that was to really encourage people to comment. The lunch and learn was that Monday, the comments closed that Friday, and we wanted people to engage in the process and tell the public education department how they felt. It was obviously a hot topic. We had a really great turnout. We had a great presentation. We followed up, the chamber followed up by sending some information out to anybody who requested it. And we hope that that really informed some folks and got them into the comment section of the website. It's not easy. It's intimidating to do that. And we would like to make it easier for people to do that. This is something similar to that. We'll have a group of our legislators from this area here on December 1st. We'll open the doors a little early, so 11:30. You can come by. You can do some one-on-one visiting if you like. And then sit and listen to them make their presentations, which will be very informal. One about redistricting. So the legislature will be called into special session on December 6th, and that is when they will be considering new maps for our congressional, Senate, and House districts. This is a very important time, and I think it's very hard for people to understand, and it's also overwhelming. If you did pay any attention during the redistricting public comment period when the committee, this governor-appointed committee was doing its research, you go onto the website and look at all of these different maps that were being proposed. You could mess around with maps and yourself and kind of change boundaries and see what that would look like and how that would affect population numbers. Again, it's very overwhelming and very intimidating, I think.
Yeah.
And I'm relatively engaged, so I think about people who aren't as much but wish they could be. And so I hope that this Lunch and Learn will give people an opportunity to understand that, understand how redistricting can change things for us, and understand where our legislators' attitudes are on that. They all may have a little bit of a different approach, a different attitude on it, but it'll be good to hear from all of them. Secondly, we'll ask them to talk about just issues that they see coming up. I mean, our regular session will be a 30-day session, so it's geared toward finance, budget, the budget issues, and then anything that the governor sees fit to put on the call. Otherwise, those big issues, those big social issues and those kinds of things don't tend to come up as much in this session. Still very important. Trying to anticipate what the governor might do and how you can prepare for this session, the special session, the regular session, and actually even looking a year out into the 60-day session in 2023.
On the redistricting, the cities and the counties have been pretty much getting those passed and approved to go into effect the first of the year. And most of them are just pretty much moving the numbers, the population around to where you have fairly equal numbers of residents within different districts. But at the state level, this is where they'll redraw the districts and put a couple of current Republicans in the same district to compete against each other. And some people look at that as saying, well, that's a way to eliminate or minimize the number of Republicans that can bring opposition in the state legislature. Or, for example, right after the election last year, the Speaker of the House said, well, we're going to redraw the 2nd Congressional District so we can make sure Yvette Harrell never wins again. And then he walked it back a little bit, but some people have looked at some of these proposed district maps and have come to the conclusion that that's kind of what they're trying to do.
He did walk it back a bit, but he said it, so the damage was done. Yeah. And he kind of put his cards on the table, I felt.
Yeah.
It'd be easy for him to do that, too, with the numbers that he has. The committee, the Citizens Redistricting Committee, did propose maps, and they kind of had 3 maps, different that would kind of address, I guess, different issues depending on how you look at it. The legislature does not have to accept any of those. They can do something completely different. So I imagine that there is something in the works related to that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, communities are lobbying. Some communities would like to keep things the way they are. Some have grown enough to want their own senator. And, how does that change the dynamics of getting things done in Santa Fe? It's just, they're interesting conversations, and they really, really matter. It's just hard to understand that without having some conversation about it and sort of digging into it a little bit.
Right, and these don't change. I mean, once these districts are put in place, they're in place for 10 years.
They're in place for 10 years, and 10 years is a good period of time to change the direction of New Mexico. I mean, you can do a lot in 10 years, whether you think that's good or bad. It makes a big difference, and it's very hard to wrap your head around, but very important to try to understand. And I'm hoping that our legislators can help us understand if and how there may be a way to participate in the process a little bit during the special session.
Nobody's going to get this reference, but I can just picture Brian Egoff sitting at a desk with an old school microphone, looking at the camera and going, and now for something completely different.
I'm thinking.
Okay, you all think about that. We'll be back in just a minute.
Now for a Pecos Valley News update, I'm Jared Cirillo. As a reminder, city halls in Carlsbad, Artesia, and Roswell are all closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Roswell City Hall is also closed on Friday as well. Certain other city facilities in Roswell have varied holiday schedules. In addition, some city services will have adjusted schedules to accommodate the Thanksgiving holiday. The Roswell Public Library and the Roswell Museum and Arts Center will both be closed Thursday and Friday. They'll reopen Saturday. Roswell Transit will not operate buses Thanksgiving Day. Buses will be in operation Friday on Main Street. The buses will run from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Call-in pickup requests on other streets will not be available. And the Roswell Solid Waste Department's trash pickup for the week has been adjusted. Areas normally picked up on Monday and Thursday will have their trash containers picked up on Monday and Wednesday. Areas normally picked up Tuesday and Friday will have their trash containers picked up Tuesday and Saturday. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
It's time for the Eddy County Sports Report. We got basketball going on, and the Carlsbad Cave Girls are beating everybody to the punch. In fact, they played last night in Las Cruces, losing by a point to Oregon Mountain, 38-37. That was the season opener for the Cave Girls, who play again tonight against Pebble Hills, the new school in El Paso. Pebble Hills is already 4-2 on the season, so that's tonight. And the Carlsbad Cavemen are playing at Gadsden tonight. Remember last year, Carlsbad was 8-3 overall, had won 5 in a row, but couldn't play in the playoffs against Roswell because of COVID. So the Cavemen are anxious to get back out there. And you've also got a girls basketball game tonight in Artesia. Artesia against Santa Teresa starts at 5:30, season opener. Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at KSVP Radio, AM 990.
Hey everyone, with today's Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. A battered offense could have reinforcements return in time to play the Raiders on Thanksgiving. Zeke Elliott fills us in right after this.
What does it mean to be a part of Cowboys Nation? At Reliant, it means powering the home of the Dallas Cowboys and homes of Cowboys fans across Texas and helping out when needed most. As an electricity provider, it's our commitment to every customer and their family, and it's as strong as our Texas roots. It's our promise today and for generations to come. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of the Dallas Cowboys.
PUCT number 10007.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching grandma how to video call and teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Tuesday is normally a day off for Cowboys players, but not this week as the team is practicing just over 48 hours to go until kicking off Thanksgiving Day with the Raiders. There's potential good news on the injury front for the offense as left tackle Tyron Smith is set to return after missing 3 games with bone spurs in his ankle. Receiver C.D. Lamb suffered a concussion in Sunday's loss, but was able to attend meetings yesterday, so that's a good sign. And Zeke Elliott said he intends to play in spite of the sore knee that flared up again over the weekend.
I got rolled up on it, so it kind of hurt it, but I don't think it set me back, and it's going to be tough for some guys, but I think guys are ready to get back on the field and get this bad taste out of our mouths.
Dallas will be without receiver Amari Cooper. He'll miss a second straight game after testing positive for COVID last week. With the boys at the Star, I'm Christy Scales.
on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. This, we're doing our Chamber Chat segment, and Coxie and Haley are here. I don't know what you think about this. This looks terrible. Or maybe this is good. In a move reflecting the diminished viability of beauty pageants in 2021, the free fall of broadcast TV, the obsession with streaming, or maybe all of the above, the 100th annual Miss America competition will only be seen online if you have a Peacock account.
Really?
Yeah. It won't be on NBC television or any of the NBC-related
Isn't that
networks.
interesting?
The live stream will be Thursday, December 16, available across all time zones as well as on demand after its conclusion. And it ends decades of broadcast television airings dating back to 1954.
Wow.
So, yeah, the Miss America pageant will not be on broadcast television this year.
And it'll probably get just as many views.
Maybe more.
Yeah, it's crazy.
2019, the competition aired on NBC and drew a total audience of 3.6 million and a demo rating of 0.6. While viewership declined 17% from the previous year, the share of 18 to 49s tied for the best of the night. So, the Miss America pageant will not be on network television.
Very interesting. I'll have to confess I've never watched it.
I haven't either. I just remember Burt Parks.
Yeah, you see the clips, right?
For years, you know, there she is, Miss America. And the only other thing I saw Burt Parks do was he was on an episode of WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh.
He was Herb Tarlick's dad.
Okay.
And it was the perfect
combo?
Yes. He was awesome as Herb Tarlick's
I
dad.
might have to look that episode up.
Yeah. Another episode you need to look up, Turkeys Away.
Okay.
Which is the famous dropping of the live turkeys from the airplane
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving.
into the parking lot, and Les Nessman, the news guy, sounding like it's the Hindenburg disaster the way he announces it.
I'll have to watch. I haven't seen that show in years and years.
Yeah. It should be out there. You should be able to
Oh, yeah.
find it
Yeah.
online.
Yeah, I
Turkeys
imagine.
Away, WKRP. And the famous line at the end when they're all, torn up and everything. As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Yeah.
So let's see. What else is on the chamber chat here that you guys want to talk about? We've got about 5 minutes left here in the hour. We talked about those.
Local elections are coming up, so...
Oh, that's right.
I think filing day for candidates is like just January 4th or something like that.
Okay. Can you get your packets now?
I'm not sure if they have them available yet.
Okay.
I would imagine
But now,
in the next couple of weeks.
speaking of the redistricting, the city council voted on their new districts.
They did.
But they voted on the option that basically kept everybody that's on the council now
Right.
still on the council in the city council districts that they're in now.
Pretty much. So there were two versions. I think the limit is a 5% difference in
The population
in the population's variance. Yeah. So Plan A left the boundaries as close to what they were as possible, but had a larger variance, closer to 5%. The Plan B really changed the districts up quite a lot, but got that variance down to like 1% or something. But the council voted to go with Plan A, knowing that populations will move. I mean, like tomorrow they could be different, right? So, and I think that's it's just a more stable conclusion. If you are interested in seeing the maps, we do have a big version of them at the office, so you can pull them out and really look at where those boundaries are and find out what district you're in. Also, if you are considering a run for city council or just want to know what to pay attention to, in terms of your districts and your, potential races, then pop by the chamber. We've got the big printout of the maps and you can check them out.
4 city councilors will be up for
Yes.
election or re-election, depending on if they run for re-election. And the mayor
And the mayor is
will
up
be
this
up
year.
either for re-election if he chooses to run again, or if somebody wants to run for mayor.
Right.
He has even said on this radio show, if you're not happy with how things are going, there's a mayoral election coming up. You can run.
Yes, you can. You can absolutely run for mayor or city council.
That's one of the biggest gossip items in Artesia at election time is who picked up a packet.
Oh, yeah. Leaks from the White House. Yeah.
Do you see who picked up a packet? Well, what if it was my surrogate?
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah,
you think I would go in there and pick up a packet?
It's always fun to get the gossip. Yeah. Well, you'll know on January, I think it's 4th, when those packets get turned in.
Yeah.
They all get turned in at the same time.
That's right.
And we will know.
And people camp out waiting to see who brings packets in, Did they ever have anything exciting like that in Los Lunas?
I heard they camp out at the kindergarten trying to get a teacher. We didn't, but...
That happens here, too. Yeah.
Oh, in Los Lunas. I thought you said anything else in Artesia.
Well, they do that here, too. But
yeah, I'm sure there is.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Coxie, did you bring that? Did you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I just want to remind and encourage everyone to come buy a raffle ticket. You can win $2,021, and they're $20 a piece. And I wanted to encourage you because there's over 80 businesses here in town that will accept chamber bucks when you win. You'll have lots of
80?
options to shop. Over 80.
Okay.
I tried to count real quick. But yeah, lots of categories, lots of options. So you can do lots of shopping when you win. We also will have one grand prize, and then we'll have 5 $100 winners. And we're planning on having the drawing as soon as all tickets are sold. So hurry and sell us out.
Okay. You ought to have a second prize, because the first prize you said is the $2,021.
Correct.
And then what is there a second prize?
5 $100 winners.
Okay. You need to have, I'm looking it up right now. You need to have a second prize. We'll see if anybody gets the reference. Let's see, $712.05 needs to be the second prize. It's a Gong Show reference. That was the prize on the Gong Show.
Was it really?
Yes.
I did actually watch the Gong Show.
Yeah.
Wait, then there was a movie about him.
Yes, he was insane. Chuck Barris was totally...
Chuck Barris, that's right.
He thought he was kidnapped by the CIA. I mean, he really believed it. No, when on the daytime show, the prize was $516.32. And on the nighttime version, it was $712.05.
Oh, I would not have ever remembered that ever.
Well, I didn't either. I had to look it up.
I just remember the Gong Show, and that guy was crazy.
Yeah.
And so
that could be your second prize, and it'd be another one of those 70s references that you could throw out there, and nobody. Why is it $512.16.32? You know what? That doesn't make any sense. Why is it that? So.
Chamber bucks are fun.
Yes, they are.
They're just like cash. They just support our members.
Okay.
Local business and our members. So
I need to go to the news. If you guys want to stick around, you're welcome to.
I think we're good to go.
So
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Go Dogs.
Go Bulldogs.
Go Dogs.
We have to bark in lieu of the barking guy because he's out.
Yeah, there you go. Jeremy's probably going, oh my goodness.
Breaking news this hour at townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The U.S. is set to release 50 million barrels of oil from the country's emergency stockpile.
With gas prices 50% higher than they were a year ago, President Biden made the decision to tap into the nation's Strategic Petroleum Reserve, or SPR. The administration hopes the move will ease energy costs, but critics are not convinced. Some Republicans argue that tapping the SPR won't stop inflation. And the U.S. Chamber of Commerce says the White House should encourage domestic production of oil and natural gas instead.
That's White House correspondent Greg Cluxton. The suspect accused of using his SUV to assault a Christmas parade crash in suburban Milwaukee is set to appear in court this afternoon. Police say Darrell Brooks was free on $1,000 bail, posted just 2 days before the deadly event, a fact that's leading to renewed calls for giving judges more power to set higher bails. Police say that he was behind the wheel of the SUV that sped through that parade route in Waukesha on Sunday, killing 5 and injuring 48 others, including many children. Officials say at least 46 people, including 12 children, have died after a bus crashed and caught fire in western Bulgaria.
The accident occurred at about 2 o'clock in the morning local time. The bus was the last in a convoy crossing Bulgaria to North Macedonia on its way back from Turkey. For as yet unknown reasons, the bus swerved off the motorway, tearing away a 50-metre section of the crash barrier before bursting into flames. Only 7 passengers managed to escape from the inferno. They're being treated in a Sofia hospital. The mayor of the nearby village of Pernik told local media that the motorway is in poor condition on that section.
As the BBC's Nick Thorpe, Target will no longer open its stores on Thanksgiving Day, making permanent a shift to the unofficial start of the holiday season for that franchise. Breaking news at townhall.com.
Why are cash-out refinances such a big deal right now? Uncle Ryan tries to teach me something.
I really feel like right now might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've been doing this for 18 years now, and I've just never seen a market where the rates are so low and values across the country have skyrocketed as much as they have. That combination, I remember one couple in particular, they were looking to do some home improvements at the house, but they were worried about their payments going up. Well, with rates being so low and them building up so much equity in the home over the last few years, we were able to get them the cash out for those home improvements, and their payments actually went down a little bit. Every single situation is different, but it does happen more often than you think. So it definitely does not hurt to call.
We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Middle Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
Italy's antitrust watchdog has fined Apple and Amazon more than 200 million euros for cooperating to restrict competition in the sale of Apple and Beats branded products.
The Italian Competition Authority says its investigation found that the U.S. tech giants agreed to limit access to Italy's Amazon marketplace to selected resellers. That's in violation of European Union rules. The watchdog slapped Apple with a 134.5 million euro fine and Amazon with a 68.7 million euro penalty.
That is correspondent Jeremy House reporting. In Hawaii, a homeless man placed in a mental hospital for more than 2 years in a case of mistaken identity is suing the state. Joshua Spiestersbrock says he explained to police at the time he was not the man who was wanted on a warrant they were serving. He wound up in the state hospital and says he was forced to take psychiatric drugs. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. If you're planning on a vacation in Hawaii, time to check your sunscreen.
The state's second largest island, Maui, voted to ban non-mineral skin protectants that contain ingredients found to kill corals. Island officials say the chemicals first identified in 2015 cause bleaching, which in turn causes the corals to turn white and die. Instead, officials want sunbathers to use mineral-based products. A bill passed this last week recognizes the sunscreens threaten the health of the water, the reefs, and marine life, and it's scheduled to be signed into law October 1st next year. Ron DeRockstra reporting.
The price of holding a traditional Thanksgiving feast is on the rise. The American Farm Bureau estimates a Thanksgiving feast for 10, complete with sweet potatoes, rolls, a vegetable tray, and a pie with whipped cream will cost $53.31 this year. That's 14% higher than it was a year ago. More on these stories can be found at townhall.com. From Washington, I'm Bob Agnew.
I know what you're expecting to hear right now. The announcement of today's KSVIP. Well, I don't have a name for today, and I need your help. If you know someone who needs to be recognized for being a very special person, call right now, 746-2751. Ask for Tana and schedule a KSVIP. Your special someone will be recognized at this time all day long on their day, and they'll receive a flower courtesy of Lovebud Floral in Artesia. So call today and schedule your KSVIP.
Just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy. I wanna roll with the gangsters, but so far they all think I'm too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. I'm just too Really, really white and nerdy. My class there at MIT. Got skills, I'm a champion of D&D. MC Escher, that's my favorite.
Hey, welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Don't know if Haley and Coxie are still listening, but I did get an answer on the cannon question in the Bulldog Bowl. The cannon is on the north end, first half, to avoid team cameras, and then on the south end in the second half. So that's kind of good to know. So now we know so we weren't crazy. We did see it on both sides. Oh my goodness. So we did see it in the yeah, so we got that. Very good. Let's see. All right, so we were listening to the radio show this morning. We went back to the part where you're talking about what website to go to watch the game Saturday. Okay. All right. NFHS Network.com, and it stands for National Federation of High Schools. NFHSnetwork.com is where you will have to go to if you want to watch the game. So you will have to purchase, whip out the credit card, and be charged a subscription fee. The subscription is for total access to the entire site for 30 days. So you can watch the football game on Saturday. You can go back and watch the volleyball game championship from a couple weeks ago. You can watch any football that is streamed as a part of the NFHS Network platform with your 30-day subscription. At the conclusion of your 30-day subscription, you are toast. You will have to give them more money in order to be able to access it again. What I did, there was one time I did buy it, and I forget why I bought it, because I generally, if we're not doing it, I'd rather listen to the radio. So that's just me. I know I'm unique. Or am I? Or am I a Luddite? Or am I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm not going to give them money. But the one time I did give them money, I made sure I went into my account settings, however it is that you get to that, and I went into my subscription status, and either you check the box, I can't remember if you have to opt in or opt out, but there's a check box that's going to appear somewhere in your subscription account info on your account with NFHS Network, where you have the option to allow them to pop your credit card every 30 days. So in other words, you don't buy, and maybe they have an annual subscription. They may have an annual subscription. I think if you buy an annual subscription, it's like buying 11 months, getting one free. And so you may want to consider that option. Then you got it for a year. But if you're just wanting to get it for this month, for 30 days so you can watch the game, and you do a month-to-month subscription, somewhere in your account settings, in your profile, there's a check box that either has to be checked or has to be unchecked that gives them the option to pop your credit card every 30 days. So if you don't, if you want to take advantage of their discount for the annual subscription, that's fine. That's up to you. But if you don't, and you just want to get the monthly subscription, I'm just buying it for this weekend so I can watch the Artesia football game. Make sure you go into the account settings and uncheck the box that allows them to go back in and pop your credit card every 30 days. Because that otherwise, every month, you're going to get a $12 charge on your credit card for the NFHS Network, which you may only watch 2 or 3 times a year. And it's your call. I mean, you have to make that decision, and I can't tell you what to do, but if you want to buy the discount for the year, that's fine. I mean, a lot of people with the streaming are going to have some decisions to make in the upcoming year. Like, for example, I got the Paramount Plus deal, which is the CBS online package, which used to be CBS All Access, and then there was Paramount Plus, and they merged it all together, and it's all under one platform. It's Paramount Plus. So Paramount Plus is the CBS online streaming platform. NBC has Peacock. ABC and Fox. ABC is part of, I don't think ABC is part of the Disney package. They may be part of Hulu. And Fox, I think, may be part of Hulu. But, I mean, if you sit down and think about it, and you start subscribing to all these different things, like if you have a music service that you subscribe to, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, that's $8, $10, $12, $15 a month. Okay, you got Amazon Prime. A lot of folks have Amazon Prime. It's an annual buy, but, what's that up to now? $10, $12 a month? Okay, so now you've got that added to it, all right? Then you've got your Paramount Plus, which I got it for half price for the year. Maybe you have a Hulu subscription, or you bought the Hulu subscription with the bundle, so you get Disney Plus and ESPN. Okay, well, there's another $14, $15 a month. You got your Netflix on top of that. Then you go ahead and get you start adding all of these things up, and then you throw in another $12 for the NFHS network. I was looking at TuneIn Radio. You can listen to KSVP on TuneIn Radio. A lot of people listen to us that way. They have TuneIn. And TuneIn is a radio station platform, but they've got live sports and stuff like that. And we're on the TuneIn platform. But they have ads. I mean, it's loaded up with ads. You've got pre-roll ads. You've got banner ads that fly on the thing, and they say, well, don't like ads? Want to go with no ads? Keep it twisted. Okay, here's the Good Morning Artesia with Gene Dow. Is that me? But they have ads. Yeah, so that's me. So if I want to go with no ads, I think that, it's $15 a month. It's $15 a month for the TuneIn app. Now, the reason it's this much is because they've got hockey, they've got Major League Baseball, they've got NFL football on here, and so they're having to purchase the rights to do those events, and they got to get it back from ads and subscribers. So, add it all up. If you think, hey, I don't have cable, I don't have satellite, I'm saving money, I'm not paying the cable company and the satellite company for 200 channels that I never watch or don't watch, blah, blah, blah. I have my online subscriptions. Do this as an exercise. Maybe you could do this Thursday afternoon while the Cowboys are losing. Write down everything that you have a paid subscription to. Netflix, Amazon, Apple, if you have Apple Prime, Apple Plus Prime, the whole bundle, which has the exercise stuff, the gaming channel, the Apple TV Plus, the iCloud, expanded iCloud, the whole thing. Add that all up. Write down everything you have a subscription to. Make sure you know everything that you do have a subscription to. You may have subscriptions that you don't even know about, that you signed up for 6 months ago or a year ago, and you didn't know if you would watch it or not, and then the 30-day trial period ran out, and it's popping on your card now. But add it all up. I think it's an interesting exercise, because when you add all of that up and then compare it to a cable package or compare it to a DirecTV package or a Dish Network package, and you can get live TV through YouTube. You can get live TV through Hulu. So maybe you're paying for one of those to have live TV on your streaming. Maybe you've got a smart TV that had some kind of subscription packages that were a part of the deal. But it might be kind of a fun exercise. Grab the old credit card bill and identify all the subscriptions that you have on a monthly basis and add that number up. And you go, holy cow. And here I thought I was going to be in control of my entertainment and not pay those nasty satellite people, and I'm going to buy what I want. HBO Max is another one. A lot of people have HBO Max. Anyway, so you add all of that up and you go, holy cow. Maybe that 250 channel package from the satellite people isn't such a bad deal anymore. And you may want to look and say, well, why do we have that? Why do we have this? Cancel this, cancel that. So I'm just saying that because if you're going to go ahead and get the NFHS network package and you're going to find yourself watching tons of automated artificial intelligence camera broadcasts with no announcers from high schools all across America, and you find that entertaining and exciting, then it's probably a good deal for you. But if you watch the occasional state championship broadcast because it's not available through your local media company, then get the monthly subscription. Make sure you uncheck it. Have it for 30 days. Watch the football game. Go back and watch the volleyball game. And then have it cancel out. And then when March rolls along and the state basketball tournament comes up and the Bulldogs and the Lady Bulldogs are in the pit in Albuquerque in the state basketball tournament and you want to watch, then, reactivate it for 30 days. And then, if you do that, what are you out $25 for the year? Instead of $70-$80 for the year. But it would be, and Lana and I do that from time to time. We go through and do the exercise where, just what are we subscribing to? And what do we need to continue? What do we watch? One of the reasons we had Hulu was because it had Seinfeld. Well, Seinfeld left Hulu, and I forget where it's going to. I think it's going to Netflix, if it hasn't already gone there. And we don't have Netflix. So we went and found a deal online, and we bought the entire Seinfeld series. And so now I own the Seinfeld episodes. So if I want to watch Seinfeld, I don't have to pay, Hulu Plus $15 a month to watch it. It's available now to watch. But it might be kind of a fun exercise just to kind of go through and say, okay, I'll tell you the one that it's one of the more expensive ones that we have. It's the YouTube Premium. We don't have the YouTube Live TV, but it's just the YouTube Premium. So I can watch junk on YouTube without all the ads popping up every 30 seconds. But that's one of the more expensive subscriptions we have. But I have to be honest with you, we probably watch more content on YouTube than on any of the other platforms. And so that's one of those that we probably would not cut if we had that discussion one day and said, what do we want to subscribe to? But it might be kind of a fun exercise. Pull out your credit card bill and look at it and see what all the different subscription services that you have. And then you might look at it and go, well, do we really need to have this one? Do we really need to have this one? And I think a lot of people are going to be doing that because everybody kind of jumped on, over the last year and a half. You had the COVID pandemic. You had a lot of people working from home, a lot of people spending a lot of time at home, and a lot of people saying, well, I got to have something to watch. I'm going to be stuck at home with the family for the next year. I got to have something to watch. I've already watched all the DVDs we have twice. I got to watch something else. And now those subscriptions are getting ready to come up for renewals. And if you got a special deal like I did on the Paramount, I got Paramount Plus for half price. So I think I paid $50 for the year. Do I want to pay $100 or $120 for the year to have Paramount Plus? I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the extra $50-$60. And now things like Miss America, the Miss America pageant, if that's your thing, if you enjoy watching the Miss America pageant, it's not going to be on NBC this year. It's going to be on Peacock, which is the NBC streaming platform. But then again, that may be how you watch most of your TV. I still talk to folks, and they talk to me about, hey, did you see this program the other night on TV? And it's like, no. I usually wait for the clips to pop up on YouTube. So, hey, what kind of weather are we going to have for Thanksgiving Day? Steve, what do you know?
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s and plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a few clouds drifting through with our low in the mid 40s as a cold front arrives. We'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then Thanksgiving Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, isolated showers, and cooler with our high in the mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Pretty looking day out there. We've warmed up into the 40s. Right now we've got sunshine, 45 degrees in Artesia. Our humidity is at 42%. The winds are southeast at 2. Dew point is 23 degrees, so our feels like temperature is basically the same thing as the temperature. It feels like it's 45 because it is 45. We don't have much wind out there right now. Barometric pressure at 30.08, and it's been falling as we've been moving through the morning hours. Our air quality index is 40, which is good. We have good air quality. We had a high yesterday of 68. The 24-hour low was 26. 1 year ago, we had a high of 67 and a low of 39. Minimum 4-inch soil temps are around 52 to 58 degrees, so the dirt is starting to cool down. Sun will set at 4:52 this afternoon. The sun will rise at 6:36 in the morning. Sunny and 47 in Carlsbad, 45 in Roswell, 54 in Hobbs, America. Around the state, 38 in Albuquerque, 47 in Santa Fe, partly cloudy, 45 in Cloudcroft. Mostly sunny, 51 in Ruidoso, 47 in Las Cruces, 32 in Farmington. Sunny skies, 41 at Red River, 54 at Clovis, and over there in the free state of Texas, those Lubbockites. Is that what you call somebody from Lubbock? Lubbockites? Those Lubbockites are sunshine, 55 degrees with freedom. Here in Artesia, we've got sunshine, 45 degrees. Once again, here at the Broadcast Command Center in downtown Artesia, New Mexico. So, let's see. Let's see here. Toys for Tots toy donation program has been extended. Just got word. It's been extended through Friday, December 10. You still have time to shop if you're interested. There is a box in the lobby at Central Valley Electric Cooperative. So if you want to make a donation to Toys for Tots, that deadline to make a donation has been extended to December 10. So if you're going to go out and about, do some Christmas shopping this weekend, it looks like you've got an opportunity there to pick up an extra toy for the Toys for Tots program, so you can buy it this weekend and set it aside, and then next week when they reopen at Monday at CVE, you can go by there and drop it off. They have a Toys for Tots donation box there at CVE. Haley mentioned this last hour on the Chamber Chat, the Business Recovery Grant Workshop. You've probably gotten a postcard in the mail. You've probably heard the radio ads. You may have even seen some social media posts. And this is there's some more COVID money, relief money, and I'm not sure if this is from the Trump pot or the Biden pot, but it's from a pot of money that's supposed to be used to help businesses who struggled during the COVID shutdowns. And these are grants, so you apply for them, and if your grant application is approved, they will give you money. The average grant is $50,000. And these are grants, not loans. So Monday, 3 o'clock at the Chamber of Commerce boardroom, there will be a Business Recovery Grant Workshop. Jennifer Myers, Business Recovery Specialist, and Ray Withers from First American Bank will be there. So if you are a business and obviously had to get through the COVID shutdowns, maybe you got a PPP loan, maybe you didn't qualify for one, or maybe it wasn't much help, I don't know. Do you qualify for one of these grants? I don't know. These are questions that many of you may have. And so Chamber Boardroom, Monday, 3 p.m. Find out if you indeed might be successful in applying for a grant. Deadline to apply is coming up December 7, so you need to learn what you can about it and go ahead and decide if you want to apply. And who knows, you might pick up some cash, help your business out. All right, let's open up the old Zoom room and see if this computer is working. I've had a couple of interesting issues this morning that have been not unique, but and not typical, really, for that matter. But they've been, let's put it this way, I'm not surprised. And so we'll open up the Zoom room. We'll welcome in Aaron. We've got some more of these dad jokes, which are actually funny. And we'll see what else is going on. That's coming up next on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Is this what you're thinking right now?
Wow, the holidays are almost here. And then, of course, here come the bills. But we really need a new family vehicle now. What am I going to do?
Don't fret. It's a great time to buy at Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We have options to suit all your vehicle needs, like 0% GM financing for up to 72 months, plus $500 in Chevy Cyber Cash. Don't worry about the influx of bills come January. Qualified buyers can defer payments for 120 days. That's right, no payments until February. Come visit with our professional sales team for eligible models and the very best in customer service today at Guy Chevrolet Company on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia or GuyChevy.com.
Offer ends November 30, 2021. Must qualify for financing with GM Financial. See dealership for details. Please pardon our dust as we move into our new facility at Artesia Animal Clinic. We've begun the process of moving into our new facility, which features more exam rooms, expanded surgery and treatment rooms, lab, x-ray, and larger kennels. We're so excited to be moving into our new facility, and we look forward to being better able to help care for your pets. Artesia Animal Clinic, now moving into our new clinic in the same location, 110 West Mahone, just north of Artesia Ford Sales.
Have you been dealing with stress or anxiety lately? Don't let that stop you from getting the dental work done that you know needs to happen. Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental, and every day we help people just like you have a relaxing and pain-free experience with IV sedation. Just imagine a dental experience where you don't remember the needles or the drills. If that's what you're looking for, we can help. Let us ease your stress and create the best dental experience ever.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main or call 622-4455.
Pre-Black Friday deals start now at Decor Furniture and Electronics. No need to wait. Take it home today. Special pre-Black Friday savings are going on now. Save big on televisions, stereos, furniture, and mattress sets. Get ready for the holidays and save big. Pre-Black Friday starts now. Shop early for best selection. Easy financing and delivery is available at Decor Furniture and Electronics in Carlsbad on the corner of Mermont and Mesa. Pop's Diner is back and ready to serve you. Come in for all of your lunch and dinner favorites. Visit Pop's Diner at 1906 West Main in the Aaron's parking lot in Artesia. Call ahead orders are welcome. 575-513-2000. We are ready to feed you, and go Bulldogs.
Hey, welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show, and it's all about the pies today with Aaron. Oh, slow-mo camera, somebody getting hit in the face with a pie? That looks terrible.
Yeah, that's like a sideways pie.
Yeah, there's a giraffe eating a pie.
Yeah.
I bet the giraffe likes that pie.
He seems to like it. He's enjoying himself there.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's...
We've run out of pie. That actor looks familiar.
Yeah, I can't think of who it is, but he does look familiar.
Yeah. It's probably been...
Looks like he would make a good villain.
That's right. That's right. Then there's your dancing pie gif. And what's your favorite pie?
I've got a lot. Pecan pie is good. We just got a chocolate coconut pecan pie a little while back, and that is really good.
Yeah, yeah.
And apple pie with the caramel on top. Nice warm cherry pie, strawberry rhubarb pie.
Sounds like my list of favorite pies.
Yes, and pumpkin pie once in a while.
That's right. Sean on 92.9 had a survey. What's your favorite utensil? If you could only have one utensil for Thanksgiving dinner, what would that utensil be? And I replied back, I said the iPhone. And he was talking about
turkey with iPhone.
Well, that's what he said. I guess what they're talking about, you've got your knife, you got your fork, you got your spork, you got your spoon, you got your gravy ladle, you got your...
Yeah, but to each their own. If you want the iPhone to be your utensil, you're welcome.
I think it's a wonderful utensil. I use it for all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So, okay. Got some of these dad jokes that are actually funny.
Okay.
We're going to rate them with a plus or minus or a eh. What do you call it when Batman skips church?
Call it when Batman skips church.
Yes.
I don't know.
Christian Bale.
What
do you think?
Yeah, it might work.
Okay, all right, I'll put a plus. What time did the man go to the dentist?
2:30.
2:30, that's right. That's right. Did you hear about the man who fell into an upholstery machine?
The man who fell into an upholstery machine.
Yeah.
So what happened to him?
He's okay. He's fully recovered. Why did the melons get married?
Why did the melons get married? So they cantaloupe.
They cantaloupe. You got it. What kind of egg did the evil chicken lay?
What kind of egg did the evil chicken lay? I don't know that one.
Deviled egg.
Deviled egg, all right.
And Eunice makes deviled eggs. And whenever she knows that we're going to a family gathering or some kind of party or something like that, she always whips up a plate of deviled eggs. I don't eat them. I think Lana eats a few of them. Nobody makes them. Do you know anybody that actually sits down and makes deviled eggs anymore? I
know a few, and if you get the right person that knows how to make a good deviled egg, they're excellent.
Yep. So so we'll bring it, like the last time we went to a party at Thomas's house, we brought some deviled eggs that Eunice made, and I mean, they were gone. Boom, out of there.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think they're popular if they get made, but they don't often get made. So
it takes some time, I believe, to make those things.
That's right. That's
you got to
right.
boil the eggs. You got to cut them in half. You got to make the stuff and slap it in there.
And then what is it?
Sprinkle a little paprika on top.
Yes, the paprika on the top. There you go. Why did the coach go to the bank?
Why did the coach go to the bank? I don't know.
To get his quarterback.
Quarterback. All right.
What did the fisherman say to the magician?
What did the fisherman say to the magician?
Magician, yes.
Not the musician. I don't know.
Pick a cod, any cod. So it must have been a New England fisherman.
Yeah.
Let's see. You want to hear a joke about paper?
Sure.
Never mind. It's terrible.
Okay.
Paper. Joke about paper. It's terrible.
Oh, terrible. TEAR. Okay.
All right. I'm going to put a minus on that one. I could tell a joke about pizza, but it's a little cheesy. Okay. That got a laugh. And one more.
Okay.
Don't trust atoms. They make up everything.
That's right.
So, all right, more dad jokes that are actually funny. So we'll save some more for tomorrow, and then we'll...
Very good, very good.
What do you have for us today?
Well, there was a lady that was picking through the frozen turkeys at the grocery store getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
She couldn't find one big enough for her family. So she turned to the stock boy that was stocking and said, "Do these turkeys get any bigger?" "No, ma'am," he replied. "They're dead." And I got something for everybody to try on Thanksgiving.
That's funny.
So, there's a tradition around Thanksgiving where people go around the table and they say what they're thankful for.
Yes.
Here's something to try out on your family.
Okay.
When it comes your turn, you just say, "I'm thankful I didn't get caught." And leave it at that.
At what? You didn't ask that.
Exactly.
You just asked me what I'm thankful for.
Right.
I'm thankful I didn't get caught.
And I've got 2 dad jokes for you related to Thanksgiving.
All right.
Why did the turkey cross the road?
To see if the alarm could be turned off.
He wanted people to think he was a chicken.
I like that. That's a good one.
My last one, why was the turkey arrested?
Why was the turkey arrested? The turkey was arrested because he couldn't tell where the rest of the turkeys were.
The police suspected foul play.
Yeah, that's a dad joke. Those are good.
Yeah.
So, well, I can't. I'm starting to get into the Thanksgiving mode. My Wednesday conference call is today. I've got a basketball game tonight. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty light day, just kind of getting everything ready for the weekend, and then I'm hoping to, just kind of take it easy for a couple of days. How about you?
Cool. Yeah, I guess that's probably what we'll do. We're not traveling or anything, or not expecting to travel or anything, and so just have a nice, quiet Thanksgiving at home, and rest a little bit. Probably do some chores. I think my wife's going to drag me out doing a little bit of shopping.
Well, I have to admit, I'm glad to see. I think it started last year and it's continuing this year. I'm glad to see the big box stores are closed on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes, that's a good thing. I wanted that back when I was a manager at a big box store, but it could never happen. It just got worse and worse. But yeah, that's one positive thing that seems to have come out of COVID is that they're making Thanksgiving again. So,
hey, we ought to put that in white letters on a red hat. See if we trigger anybody when we go out and about this weekend. Make Thanksgiving great again.
Wear that up north.
Oh, that'll get you in trouble too. So,
yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well, let's see. I guess Biden nominated the current Fed chair, right?
Yeah, Jerome Powell. Yeah,
to stay there. Trump had picked him, right?
Yes.
And then was mad at him.
Yeah, he was mad at him because he started raising rates. What Trump thought was too fast.
Yeah.
And of course, with COVID, they came back down. But Trump was mad because the Democrats always have low rates, so it kind of makes it easier to borrow money and things like that cheaper. And then whenever the Republicans come in, they raise the rates back up to where it's costing the government more to pay the debt. So
yeah. Well, it's all an interesting exercise in economic theory and reaction and what it does. And I think you and I have talked about this before. The business climate, what the business climate I think is looking for more than anything else is stability.
Yes.
They don't like uncertainty. And
that's the market likes. They know what Jay Powell's doing. He's got a plan. If they like it or not, it doesn't matter. It's that they know what he is. He's a devil that is known versus a devil that is unknown.
Yeah. It's a little unfortunate, though, because just about everybody else that Biden's been nominating is, the first woman of color, the first this race, the first that race, the first gender, the first this gender, that gender, fourth gender, seventh gender. I mean, that seems to be the primary consideration when they announce all these nominations.
Yeah.
You've nominated somebody to the FCC that is a radical who believes in the fairness doctrine and wants to, bring back net neutrality and just really destroy the incentive for creating high-speed internet pathways across the country. Yeah, but she's the first LGBTQ plus person that will ever be nominated to serve on the Federal Communications Commission. What does that have to do with anything?
And we see how that's working for our country.
Yes. I mean, if they are fine, if they aren't, whatever. But what does that have to do with the job that they're being appointed to do? I don't understand. It's just
exactly. It's about what you do, what you can do, not who you are, what you've done.
That's right.
And hopefully, Powell doesn't come up and decide he's a woman all of a sudden.
My name is Jamie.
Oh, and Elizabeth Warren doesn't like him very much. And so if he were to say he was Native American like she did,
what would she do?
Yeah.
She'd be conflicted. No, he's already got the first Native American whatever, because you remember our former congresswoman is now in a pretty prominent position at Interior Department, I think, and so that box already been checked. So he's got to pick another box.
Got to figure something else weird.
That's right. All right, let's see how the markets are reacting to all this wonderful news.
All right. This is Aaron Irving with LPL Financial, member of FINRA and the SIPC, bringing you your mid-morning stock market report for Tuesday, November 23rd. The NASDAQ composite fell sharply for the second straight day today as higher interest rates appear to put pressure on high-flying tech stocks. The tech-heavy index was down 1.1% this morning, while the S&P 500 dropped nearly 0.4%, and the Dow Jones average was slightly lower. Social media stocks such as Facebook parent Meta and Twitter each fell more than 2%, while streaming giant Netflix dropped 1.8% and Roku slid more than 3%. The decline in tech stocks comes as Treasury yields have jumped following President Biden's decision to renominate Fed Chair Jerome Powell. In earnings news, shares of video conferencing company Zoom Video Communications tumbled 17%. A day after it beat earnings estimates but warned of a slowdown ahead as the COVID pandemic winds down and the demand for remote contact decreases. Shares of Best Buy also fell sharply after the company said comparable sales and gross profit margin might decline in the fourth quarter compared to the year-ago period. On the positive side, chip maker Western Digital was one of the best performers in early trading following an upgrade from Mizuho. Energy stocks also moved higher even after President Biden announced today that he would tap the Strategic Petroleum Reserve in an attempt to lower gas prices at a time when inflation is running at its highest levels in 3 decades. Currently, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is 47 points higher at 35,666. The S&P 500 is down 12 points to 4,670, and the NASDAQ Composite is down 170 points to 15,684. West Texas Intermediate crude is up $1.54 per barrel to $78.29. Stocks of local interest. Holly Frontier Corporation is up $1.33 per share to $33.24. Walmart is 46 cents higher at $145.24 a share. EOG Resources is up $3.91 a share at $90.62. And ConocoPhillips is $1.95 higher at $73.84 a share. This is Aaron Irving with Oakley & Irving Wealth Management, serving business owners and energy industry professionals in the Pecos Valley and beyond. You can find us at oiwealth.com or at our offices in Artesia and Carlsbad. You can call us at 575-887-7075. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. Securities are offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA, and the SIPC.
And add key lime pie to your list of favorite pies.
Oh, yeah, key lime is a good one.
That's a good one. So I was thinking about that. We used to live down on the Gulf Coast, and there was a place on the causeway between Spanish Fort and Mobile that had the most awesome key lime pie. I don't think they're there anymore, but it just popped in my brain as I was looking at all your pies on the screen there.
Yeah, key lime is a good summer pie.
It is. So, well, Aaron, have a wonderful day, and we'll chat with you tomorrow.
All right. Yes, I'll be here.
All right. Very good. Talk to you then.
All righty.
It is 9:46. Let's see what Jared found out in the newsroom. Also, our Red Raider update is coming up next.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. As a reminder, city halls in Carlsbad, Artesia, and Roswell are all closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Roswell City Hall is also closed on Friday as well. Certain other city facilities in Roswell have varied holiday schedules. In addition, some city services will have adjusted schedules to accommodate the Thanksgiving holiday. The Roswell Public Library and the Roswell Museum and Arts Center will both be closed Thursday and Friday. They'll reopen Saturday. Roswell Transit will not operate buses Thanksgiving Day. Buses will be in operation Friday on Main Street. The buses will run from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Call-in pickup requests on other streets will not be available. And the Roswell Solid Waste Department's trash pickup for the week has been adjusted. Areas normally picked up on Monday and Thursday will have their trash containers picked up on Monday and Wednesday. Areas normally picked up Tuesday and Friday will have their trash containers picked up Tuesday and Saturday. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Wisconsin shoppers on FoxNews.com, they're battling higher prices and supply shortages on Thanksgiving staples, especially turkeys. And I just can't imagine how everything is so much more expensive than it used to be. One woman telling FoxNews.com as she exited her grocery store, look, I go shopping. I went shopping yesterday. And it's obvious in every single item that you buy. The supply chain crisis, read an article this weekend, may drive import costs of computers and apparel and furniture up double digits. The U.S. emergency oil stash is in the spotlight as gas prices surge. That's not the answer. That's an emergency reserve.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Looking for a good investment? Want to reduce uncertainty, financial risk, and hedge inflation? Here are 8 reasons to consider NRIA's Prime Real Estate Development Fund. Steady monthly cash flow payouts with double-digit targeted returns. Solid, affordable, high-demand home and apartment assets back you. New construction built where housing is badly needed and demand booming. Substantial properties already built and selling right now supporting you. Short and long-term strategies with steady cash flow and appreciation anticipated. An industry leader with a 15-year track record of 3 million square feet built and a pipeline of $1.7 billion of new property in progress. Hedge against inflation and receive steady cash flow. Start your due diligence at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Lady Raider basketball results and head coach Mark Adams previews tonight's matchup with Omaha next on the Red Raider Daily Update.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance wants you to experience Texas Tech Red Raider basketball VIP style. Catch your Red Raiders courtside with a friend by registering to win at RedRaidersContest.com. Opportunities to win include Texas on February 1st, TCU on February 12th, and Baylor on February 16th. Winner to receive 2 courtside seats to the game. Register for a chance to win at RedRaidersContest.com and be a VIP thanks to Texas Farm Bureau Insurance.
How did all that Fibermex cotton grow so strong? Well, it's been a season sleeping on a bed of rocks, breathing dust and sucking wind. It hung out in blistering heat while fighting off posses of vicious pests and diseases. Yes, sir. That bounty of cotton grew so strong by being just as tough as you are. FiberMax Cotton from BASF. Always read and follow label directions.
Last night at United Supermarkets Arena, Lady Raider basketball did a number on Texas State, knocking off the Bobcats 83-57. Texas Tech hit 33 field goals and had a 29-point fourth quarter. Hattie Faye led Texas Tech with 22 points on 9 of 9 shooting from the field. Krista Gerlich's club is now 4-0. They'll take on Ball State this Friday in Katy at 4 p.m. The Tech men are on the court tonight at the USA at 7 p.m. against Omaha. Head coach Mark Adams on what the Mavericks do well.
They're well coached. They know what their identity is, and that's to spread the floor and try to shoot threes and then push the ball on made or missed baskets. And, this has been our Achilles heels, our transition defense guarding threes. So we're concerned about it. If we can take care of business, it'll make our team better. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
Don't forget, you can listen to all of tonight's action on the Texas Tech Sports Network from Learfield.
Back we are on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Texas Tech has one more game at Baylor, and it's because of our radio remote on 92.9, which has been the station that's been carrying the Red Raiders this year. We're moving the game broadcast to KEND 106.5. Roswell Talk FM. So if you're a Texas Tech Red Raider fan, want to listen to the game with Baylor, it won't be on 92.9 Saturday. It'll be on 106.5, 9 a.m. pregame, 10 o'clock kickoff. We have high school basketball tonight. Lady Bulldogs are opening up their season against the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. And the JV will take the court at 4 o'clock this afternoon. And then the varsity will play at 5:30. Robbie Ballou will be calling the play-by-play for us, and we'll have radio and TV coverage starting about 5:15, and that'll be here on 990 AM, 93.7 FM, and KSVPTV.com. Girls had a game scheduled on Saturday at Pebble Hills down in El Paso, and that game has been moved to Friday. So 1 o'clock for the JV, 2:30 for the varsity on Friday, the girls at Pebble Hills. And that's on the east side of El Paso. It looks like if you go down through Carlsbad, you'll get there. I mean, you can go down through Alamogordo, but then you got to go around the base and, kind of come back from the west to the east. But if you go down through Carlsbad and come across that way, as you come into El Paso, that's where the Pebble Hills School is located. And that'll be Friday afternoon, 1 and 2:30. And again, we'll have radio, and we're going to try some TV coverage from down there. 990 AM, 93.7 FM, and KSVPTV.com. Then on Saturday, Bulldog football playing for their 31st state football championship, and hopefully the first of many under head coach Jeremy Maupin. And the Bulldogs will be traveling to Los Lunas, which is where Coach Maupin has coached the last few years. So it's going to be an interesting matchup between these two teams, and it'll be at 1 o'clock Saturday afternoon in Los Lunas. Tickets are available online, gofan.co. Make sure you go there on your phone. If you have an Android phone with your Google browser, or if you have an iPhone, there's an app, and purchase them on the phone, because you can't print out the tickets and you have to show that ticket purchase on your phone to get into the game. But tickets are available now to purchase for that game, and we'll have coverage here on 990 AM, 93.7 FM, and audio only on our Facebook pages, our YouTube channel, KSVPTV.com. All right, final thoughts or two next.
Cambria here from KFC and Artesia. The big news of the day, it's official. Our lobby is now open. We have taken extra precautions to ensure yours and our safety. The all-new KFC chicken sandwich is here. You've got to try it. An extra crispy, hand-breaded chicken filet placed on a buttery brioche bun, topped with pickles and your choice of classic or spicy mayonnaise. It's the best chicken sandwich ever, and it's only at your KFC in Artesia.
The lobby is open. Come dine with us at your KFC Taco Bell in Artesia. As the seasons change, it can be a great time to refresh your oral health, too. Here's a few fall tooth care tips from Smile Expressions in Artesia. Fall is a great time to switch out your toothbrush. Toothbrushes should be replaced every 3 to 4 months. With fall coming comes fall baking, which means lots of sugar-laden treats. In addition to the goodies, try reaching for fruits and vegetables that are rich in fiber. And as the end of your insurance year approaches, now could be the perfect time to take advantage of any unused dental benefits. Please call and schedule your appointment today at Smile Expressions in Artesia.
Are you okay? COVID affects everyone and can make us feel alone and overwhelmed with stress, anxiety, and grief. Many of us are worried about jobs, money, housing, testing, and missing classmates, friends, and family. We can help you cope with COVID. Call 505-954-1057 now for free and confidential phone counseling. We are in this together. Cope with COVID. Call 505-954-1057. Paid for by New Mexico Behavioral Health Services Division.
Please pardon our dust as we move into our new facility at Artesia Animal Clinic. We've begun the process of moving into our new facility, which features more exam rooms, expanded surgery and treatment rooms, lab, x-ray, and larger kennels. We're so excited to be moving into our new facility, and we look forward to being better able to help care for your pets. Artesia Animal Clinic, now moving into our new clinic in the same location, 110 West Mahone, just north of Artesia Ford Sales. You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose. But you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Sandy Stockton will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Sandy Stockton in Artesia today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When I was young, I thought I had forever to prepare for retirement. But as the years went by, retirement got closer and closer. Well, I wish I'd have started saving 10 years earlier.
How you spend your retirement depends on what you do now while you're still working. We've helped a lot of area seniors prepare for retirement. Stop in and see us about saving for yours. Western Bank of Artesia. We're big on you. Member FDIC.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company, but come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
All right, the day before Thanksgiving's coming up tomorrow, so hope you're off to a good start this Thanksgiving holiday week. And if you're already off, enjoy. If you're going to be off tomorrow or Thursday and Friday, good for you. And we'll be off Thursday and Friday. We're going to turn things over to old Hugh Hewitt for the morning show on Thursday and Friday, and then we'll be back with you on Monday for another rendition of the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Clay and Buck coming up. A lot of reaction, I'm sure, to all the news of the day. Sean Hannity at 1, Mark Levin at 4. Remember, at 5:30, we'll have Lady Bulldog volleyball action from the Pit as they open up their season tonight against Santa Teresa. And then it'll be Armed American Radio Daily Defense at 7, Clyde Lewis and the Ground Zero show at 8. And very interesting show last night. I listened to a little bit of Coast to Coast with George Norrie. Had Kennedy Jr., the anti-vax Kennedy. That was an interesting discussion that was on the Coast to Coast show last night. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow. This is KSVP Artesia, what is it? K22AS? But it's 10 o'clock.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm John Scott. The U.S. will release 50 million barrels of oil from its strategic petroleum reserve to ease energy costs. Correspondent Julie Walker with that report.
President Biden on Tuesday ordered the move in coordination with other major energy-consuming nations, including China, India, and the UK. The move is aimed at global energy markets, but also at voters who are coping with higher inflation and rising prices ahead of Thanksgiving and winter holiday travel. The national average for a gallon of regular is around $3.40, more than 50% higher than the price a year ago, according to AAA. Republican lawmakers have hammered the administration for inflation hitting a 31-year high. I'm Julie Walker.
Also at townhall.com in Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Wilhelm Hospital.
Virginia Sorensen.
Leanna Owen.
Tamara Durand.
Jane Coolidge.
Reverend Chris Androsky and Reverend David Simmons read the names of those who were killed in the Christmas parade crash on Sunday night. A vigil was held for the victims. Darrell Brooks, the suspect in the parade crash that killed 5 people and injured 48, was free on $1,000 bail posted just 2 days before the deadly event. A fact that is leading to a review of what happened and renewed calls for giving judges more power to set higher bails. Brooks is scheduled to appear in court this afternoon. In Brunswick, Georgia, in the Ahmaud Arbery murder trial, closing arguments were heard Monday, and the case has now gone to the jury. On Wall Street, stocks started lower and are now mixed as drops in several big technology companies offset gains in other parts of the market. The Dow ahead 34 points, but the Nasdaq is down 179. More at townhall.com.
Why are cash-out refinances such a big deal right now? Uncle Ryan tries to teach me something.
I really feel like right now might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I've been doing this for 18 years now, and I've just never seen a market where the rates are so low and values across the country have skyrocketed as much as they have. That combination, I remember one couple in particular, they were looking to do some home improvements at the house, but they were worried about their payments going up. Well, with rates being so low and them building up so much equity in the home over the last few years, we were able to get them the cash out for those home improvements, and their payments actually went down a little bit. Every single situation is different, but it does happen more often than you think. So it definitely does not hurt to call.
We are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Middle Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to nmlsconsumeraccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, Massachusetts, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
In holiday consumer news, labor shortages will mean bigger, more expensive turkeys this year. Correspondent Mike Kippen with that report.
The American Farm Bureau estimates a Thanksgiving feast for 10 will be about $53 this year, up 14% from last year. Butterball CEO Jay Jandrin says labor, transport, and feed costs all soared and remain elevated.
The inflation's real. Everybody is seeing it. Everybody is feeling it.
Jandrin says labor shortages led to processing delays. And while the turkeys waited, they grew bigger.
That's why we're seeing larger turkeys in the marketplace, and why you're hearing that there are fewer small turkeys, but there's certainly plenty of turkeys are just larger.
Jandrin says there will be about the same number of whole turkeys this year as last year. I'm Mike Hempen.
Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. Federal officials coming down hard on passengers who misbehave on flights.
The FAA is proposing more than $160,000 in fines against 8 airline passengers over incidents involving alcohol. Officials say the biggest single fine tops $40,000 for one passenger who brought booze onto the plane and drank it, smoked pot in the lavatory, and sexually assaulted a flight attendant. The fines represent the latest salvo in the FAA's attempt to crack down on unruly passengers. Jason Walker reporting.
Good Morning America co-host Michael Strahan will be among the crew on Blue Origin's next flight to space. The company said Strahan will join Laura Shepard Churchley, the eldest daughter of Alan Shepard, on the flight. This will be New Shepard's third human flight this year and the first to carry 6 astronauts to space. More on these stories at townhall.com. I'm John Scott.
I know what you're expecting to hear right now, the announcement of today's KSVIP. Well, I don't have a name for today, and I need your help. If you know someone who needs to be recognized for being a very special person, call right now, 746-2751. Ask for Tana and schedule a KSVIP. Your special someone will be recognized at this time all day long on their day, and they'll receive a flower courtesy of Lovebud Floral in Artesia. So call today and schedule your KSVIP.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Looks pretty good today. We'll be in the low to mid 70s and plenty of sunshine. Overnight, a few clouds drifting through with our low in the mid 40s as a cold front arrives. We'll be a little bit cooler tomorrow. Our afternoon high in the upper 60s and low 70s. Then Thanksgiving Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, isolated showers, and cooler with our high in the mid 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist